What is Battle Court Jai Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai Alai. Live from Jam Arena, tonight's game day will feature the Renegades and Chargers. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of this Spring 26 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Renegades and Chargers. Beginning here with some doubles action, Division 5. That'll bring out Arta and Gallo for the Renegades, and they will take on Eggy and Julin, representing the Chargers. Arta and Gallo 5-3 in the regular season. Eggy and Julin not too far behind, 4-3. Here's the first serve. We begin.
Julin makes the catch on the forehand. Gallo's there. Over the top. Bounce gets by Julin and scores. First point for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades. Arta serves.
Second and final matchup between these two teams in the regular season. The first one went the way of Arta and Gallo. It did go on to a third set, but Arta and Gallo closed it out 6-4. So Eggy and Julin looking to get the Chargers started on the right foot, and the Chargers are only half a point away from securing the #1 seed as they head towards the playoffs.
Here's the backhand by Julin. Gallo at the 10 line takes it in the air. Julin deep in the backcourt from the forehand. What a catch by Gallo. Eggy has it on the forehand. Powerful right side. Will score. Tied up, 1-1. Eggy serves for the Chargers.
Yeah, that time Gallo, I mean, he's going for the ball again, early in the season, got to go for it now. It's coming out a little bit further, so that's what that communication was. Arta telling him, hey, if you're not too confident, let it come out, and I'm there for the rebote.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, the value on, we've talked about the value premium on passing now. Premium on taking the ball in the air, also making itself known in this late part of the season. Double fault, loss of point. Arta and Gallo have 2. Arta takes over the serve.
Boy, and that continues the trend of a lot of double faults. I mean, we've seen it the last 2 game days now, and one early for Eggy. I mean, that has been an area where he struggled this season. There haven't been many of them at his first career professional experience. Giving away a few points on the serve, not all too bad, though, in the grand scheme of it, because he can do stuff like that, pick the serve, and make it happen.
Eggy picks the serve beautifully. Arta gets back in there to make the save. Julian calls for it. That ball bobbled in his cesta, then dropped a 3rd point for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades. Arta serves.
You like to see that teamwork. I mean, Eggy going over to Julian, just telling him, hey, it's all good. I mean, typically you see the roles reversed in that case with the leader Julian of this team, but I like that Eggy stepping up, and this is a good partnership. These two have built a nice relationship on and off the court. Good to see them just picking each other up when it hasn't gone so well early.
Gallo on the right side, high and hard to the front wall. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Arta makes the catch. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Eggy on the rebote. Hard to the inside. Gallo's there. Great catch. Low runner. Caught on the forehand of Julian. Eggy takes it in the air. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Arta on the rebote. To the inside, right up the wall. Julian's there. That ball's on the wall the whole way. Tough catch. Beautifully thrown. 4 points for Arta and Gallo of the Chargers. Arta serves.
Well, that's
that
been the
ball
story.
Never left the sidewall. I mean, you could see it skipping up the wall.
No, the entire way, and that's the story with Julian. I mean, much prefers that right side compared to his left. I mean, you're 95% on the forehand. That drops down to about 90% with the left side. And when those balls on the side wall, you have no choice.
Arta down low for the catch. Hard throw. Rebote for Julian. Beautifully played to the inside. What a catch and return by Gallo.
That was a good one.
Eggy on the rebote. He makes a save. Here's Arta. Cortada scores 5 points for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades. Possible set point. Look at this save. Look at the body language. It's just whatever he can do to get that ball up to the front wall. He's been doing that all season long.
Yeah, I mean, general observation, though, the positioning for the Renegades seems a lot better than the Chargers. It seems like the Chargers are kind of scrambling, don't know exactly where these are going, whereas Gallo and Arta have been just in the right spot every time. Now 5-1, looking to close out this first set.
Gallo takes it in the air. Here's the backhand. Julian off the wall. Fine catch. Rebote. Forehand. Eggy on the left side. Backhand. Thrown powerfully. Rebote coming way out. Rebote forehand. Gonna bounce. Taken on the bounce by Julian in the backcourt. Rebote forehand save. Fake 2-all. Back to the inside. Mid-court, actually. Here's Arta. Rebote for Eggy. 2-all. Lands in and scores. Well done. 2 points for Eggy and Julian of the Chargers. Eggy serves.
Well, this has been an offensive-minded team throughout the season. I mean, I was surprised to see that, the highest percentage of points won for Eggy and Julian have come off of winners. I mean, nearly 32%. They've scored 26 and only given up 15, which is also a testament to the great defense we've seen from Eggy up in the front.
Fault over serve. Second serve. Must be good.
But again, a couple misses from Julian here, so the best way to get into this match and try to do it quickly, throw some shots up there if you're Eggy. But Arta's got him too.
Arta picks the serve. It has bounce. It scores. Point and set to Arta and Gallo. They take the first set 6-2. 2 minutes go on the board.
First First set going the way of the Renegades. Arta and Gallo, they take it 6-2. This is an Arta and Gallo team coming into this one in good form. I mean, they've won 5 out of their last 6, including 3 wins in a row, 2 of those in straight sets. So, you know, throughout the season, we've seen just the consistency in this Arta and Gallo team that has been their recipe for success. And you look no further than the stats here. Their point results, 42 points won off of tip balls from their opponents, and they've only given up 28. So speaking to that, just catching 1 more ball than their opponent, they're right on it.
See that screen there?
Yeah.
You see that screen? So that hand,
bottle?
I believe, belonged to Ben Gadsden of the Renegades. And Ben still is furious over the fact that I said that Tennessee was the most generous player on the roster. So he's pointing out that he had these custom bottles made for the Renegades with the player's name and number on the top of it. You can see it right there.
Pretty cool, Ben.
That's all Ben Gadsden. I will point out that the announcer staff, which he can see fairly regularly, you know, through the glass back wall, he sees that we have stuff to drink and nothing.
It's okay, you know. Baby steps, Stu. Seems to be doing good for his team, so we'll leave it at that. And Ben's got a long day today, 2 matches, including a singles, so we'll leave him be for now.
I want a sippy cup.
We'll give you the rest of the slate today because we've got a 5 doubles match, 1 singles match game day. So coming up next will be Division 4 doubles. Goanaga and Ben will take on Iturbide and Robin. Then Division 1 doubles. Gosheri and Ubia against Zuleika and Amigarena. Ubia back today. Then we'll see our 1 singles match, Ben against Robin in Division 5. Then 2 doubles to close it out. We got Gosheri and Arta against Iturbide and Amigarena first. Then Division 3 to finish up the day, Goanaga and Ubia. They will take on Zuleika and Julin. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight. Just about ready to begin our second set here with this serve from Eggy.
Eggy serves. Our second set has begun. Gallo to the outside has a tip ball. First point is an ace. Eggy and Julin on the board first for the Chargers. Eggy serves.
Yeah, moving them around on the serve. I mean, they tested the left side and the right today, and historically, you will see a few more misses from Gallo getting it to the right.
Fault. Over serve. Second serve. Must be good.
And let's see, already a double fault early. And Eggy's not one to kind of hold anything back on the second serve throughout the season either. He does throw it hard, but yeah, again, and that's way over.
That's a double fault. Loss of point. 1-1. Arta serves for the Renegades. He did bring it more over the top, so less sidearm, less opportunity for the ball to pass by the service box, so to speak. As for folks who aren't familiar with Jai Alai, as you throw more over the top, you do get more of a bounce. It does tend to hit high, come down, but didn't come down soon enough.
No.
Ball tipped off the serve. That's a point for Arta and Gallo of the Renegades. Arta serves.
And you can't fault him at all. I mean,
No,
you
it was
look
coming
at where
to his
that,
right hand.
I mean, right to his forehand. You couldn't have placed it any better. It's just a catch that has to be made if you're trying to pick that serve. It's a great opportunity, but again, just got to make it.
Julin on the catch. Backhand from the 8. Gallo's there. Oh, Julin at the back wall. Tremendous catch. Kicks up. Gallo makes a fine catch on the left side. Julin at the side wall. Gallo again pulls that off the wall. Tough play. Julin now right side from the 8 line. A little lower. Robote. Eggy takes it on the forehand. Shoots it back. Gallo stops on the right side. Karam is out. 2-2. Eggy serves for the Chargers.
Right after Arta coming over to Gallo and giving him the pump the brakes, the universal sign. It's like, I like the thought. Eggy's been aggressive. He was giving you the outside, but we don't need that. I mean, you see the scoreline. Just rallying and passing and playing that type of conservative game has worked out for the Renegades. Don't need to open it up at this point, especially not with Gallo from the back, too.
Powerful, powerful backhand by Eggy. Robote forehand. Kicks up and scores in the backcourt. That's a 3rd point for Arta and Gallo in the second set. Arta serves.
What's the importance of getting that ball not only on the floor, but also to cross the side wall? It came off at a very difficult angle and just kind of ate Julian up.
Julian advances to stop the Cortada serve. Puts it back inside nicely. Arta on the rebote. Julian's there. Backhand from the 8. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand fired by Eggy and stopped by Gallo. Julian to the inside. Rebote, forehand, safely played. Big bounce brought down by Julian. Arta takes that in the air at the 6. Low and hard, and Julian's there. Gallo on the forehand, high to the front wall. Low hard backhand, low runner, scooped up by Julian deep in the backcourt. Arta stops it. Midcourt, backhand to the inside. Julian's there again. Rebote. Julian on the catch. Scoop by Gallo.
Tremendous. Oh, and it's scored.
Ball tipped. A 4th point for Arta. And Gallo of the Renegades, after a well-played point by all 4 players, Arta serves.
And Gallo has been a great pickup to this team. And you think about it, I mean, he's played his career mostly in Division 5, now drafted as a 6, and he has just tremendous value to this team. Plays in the back, plays in the front, good versatility. He's got some shots and consistent catching in this match, the key. Built up the 4-2 lead now.
Fault underserve. Second serve must be good. First underserve that we've seen.
You're right, Stu. There have not been a lot of them.
No, there haven't. Overserves, you know, big bounces and Arta moving things around. Second serve is good. Forehand by Julian. Caught by Gallo. Backhand from the 8. Gallo up high. Picada. Cut off in the air. Drop shot. Perfectly executed by Eggy to score. Eggy with 3 points. And the serve.
Well, that's been one of his most effective kill shots this year is the drop shot. Throw it from the costado, too, and because he has such a good 2-wall, Arta has a lot of respect for it. He moves to the outside. And look at how much space there is inside. Oh, and another ace
for Eggy. Brings the score to 4-4. That's the score. Eggy serves.
Well, back to Gallo's right side, crossing the side wall with that forehand. It's a different spin and a little bit tougher to manage. He's going for it again.
Gallo on the catch, plays it high. Coming up the middle, Julian. That's quite a catch. 5 points for Eggy and Julian of the Chargers here in the second set. Possible set point.
Yeah, and then that time, you know, the serve takes Gallo to the outside of the court, and on the next throw, the Chargers find the space where he typically would be to the inside to catch one in the air. Rebote comes out, and it opens up outside of Arta. It's been a tough stretch. The Chargers have taken advantage, now looking to push it to a 3rd set.
Gallo on the catch. Big right side. Stopped by Julian. Julian from the forehand to the outside. Gallo gets out there. What a catch. Over the top. Julian takes the big bounce up high. Hard throw. Caught by Arta. Rebote. Rebote forehand, low and inside. At the side wall, Gallo makes the play. Big backhand by Gallo. Rebote coming out, way out. Julian, Eggy on the run, rather. Here's the catch. Cortada with a light touch. Scooped by Eggy. What a catch by Gallo. Karam will score. What a point. Played by all 4 players. Tremendous play. 5-5. So this is possible match point for Arta and Gallo. Set point for Eggy and Julian.
Love that shot from Gallo, too, and it's kind of like real estate. It's all about the location when you're throwing the shot, right? I mean, the first one, he was inside and he was deep in the backcourt, Stu. That time, he was further to the outside and had both the Chargers locked up inside. There's space to throw the carom. He converts, and now comes down to 1 point for the Chargers to extend.
Arta makes the catch. Costello to the inside, taken on the bounce by Julin. Julin low and hard. Arta takes it in the air. Great snag. Big backhand. Rebote to the outside. Gallo on the bounce. Powerful forehand. Rebote for Eggy. Eggy on the rebote. Gallo advances, takes it in the air. Rebote for Eggy. He makes the save. Gallo has the catch. Karam will score for the win. Point set and match and straight sets for Arta and Gallo, winning at 6-2, 6-5.
Back-to-back caroms from Gallo to finish off the Chargers. What a win for the Renegades to start off this game day. 6-2, 6-5 in straight sets. Take another look here. Look, credit to Gallo, too. First one was a little wide, but he made the adjustment on the last two also. Perfectly scoring and no chance for the Chargers there. Renegades on the board first in this crucial late-season game day.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Highlight League. The crown is yours.
Joined by our winners there, Arta and Gallo in the cage. Big win to get this day started for the Renegades. I mean, Gallo, last 2 points, both caroms. What were you seeing that you started to throw those?
Yeah, I see Arta kind of sucks, so I got to do what I got to do or we can't win.
Look, I basically, Arta, you've been carrying this guy like, you know, the entire season long. Yeah. So your catching's been great. The shots been great. How are you feeling about this team?
Hold on, look at our bodies. Who's carrying who?
That's what I'm saying. He's got the tougher job. Move on.
No, I feel good. It's very comfortable playing with Gallo because I can ask him to play with the left side. I can ask him to play with the right side. I can ask him to pass through the top. He has every single shot. So for me, it makes it easier. We can have a strategy depending who we play against. And he can do pretty much everything I ask him for. So, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, big performance there. You're on the board with that first win. Congratulations.
Go Renegades.
Great job, guys.
Always fun. You know you're going to get something quick-witted with Gallo. That's usually
you have to be like locked in. It's like what's coming.
All right, up next. Show you what's coming. It's Division 4 doubles too. Goanaga and Ben will take on Iturbide and Robin, two of the most informed teams in this division, Stu. Now, Goanaga and Ben coming into this one riding a 2-match win streak. 4-3 overall this season. Iturbide and Robin, a little bit longer of a win streak for that team. 5 wins in a row and 6-1 overall. The first time that these two teams matched up a little bit earlier in the regular season, that was won by Iturbide and Robin 6-5, 6-2 in straight sets. That was back on February 25th. Hard to argue that any player has improved more this season than from early February than Ben. He's been
100%.
Great here in the backcourt. Goanaga's also been playing awesome up in front of him. But maybe one of the MVPs of this season has been Iturbide up there in the front court for the Chargers. He's been dynamic in both Division 2 and Division 4. Robin behind him. We'll see how this one goes here. Very even matchup in Division 4 with the game day 1-0 in favor of the Renegades.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Goanaga will serve for the Renegades. Goanaga serves. We begin. Robin moving in. Ball tipped. First point for Goanaga and Ben. Gonaga serves.
And that's where a majority of the aces have come from for Gonagas in this 4th division, testing some of these lower-ranked backcourters. This is a matchup to watch here. I mean, the serve is a big part of the game.
Robin lines up on the left side, makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Ben takes it in the air. Big backhand, wall to wall. Rotate forehand by Iturbide. Caught by Ben, back at the 9. Robin powerfully from the left side. Robote coming out. Gonaga on the move. Robote inside. Robin's there. Backhand from the 7. Robote for Iturbide. Little clip. Take it on the forehand of Gonaga. Iturbide stops that one in the air at the 7 line. Robote forehand by Iturbide. Caught by Ben off the wall. What a catch. Robote forehand again. Gonaga on the backhand. Robin, tremendous play. Ben's there. Telling you, Andrew, the premium is on catching this ball in the air. Do not let it bounce if you can avoid it. Big backhand by Ben. Robote kicking way out on the wall. Iturbide with control. That ball's tipped. We're tied up 1-1. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
And reaching for his arm, too, as he's going back to the service box, and not just any arm, that right bicep.
We've seen
It's
that
always
with a couple.
scary.
We've seen that with a couple of players. We saw it go Sherry last week.
Pointed
Sherry,
out-
who's had a surgically repaired bicep tear. Robote, left side, by Iturbide. Here's Robin on the catch, backhand, powerfully thrown to the corner. Beautiful throw by Robin. Gonaga, wall to wall. Robote coming out, just went over Robin's back. Robin's out of the way again. Ben, great catch on the forehand. Here's Robin on the right side. Ben stops another one beautifully on the backhand. Robote forehand. Gonaga calls for it, plays it up. Iturbide takes it. 2-all, rifled, and scoring. Beautifully played by Iturbide. 2 points for Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, that's been his shot all season long. He's got one of the best costado 2-walls on the roster, and when you have that shot, it opens up everything else from the costado. The outside, the drop shot, throw it to pass. I mean, you go through the list, but you need that 2-wall, which draws your opponent all the way out to the net, which will open up the rest of the space out there on the court. Very well done.
Ben on the backhand. Robote at the sidewall. Iturbide makes the save. Gonaga's there. Robin, tough catch at the sidewall. Nicely made. A hard backhand follows. Robin from the forehand. Takes a peek. Puts it inside. Crosses the wall. Ben. Clutch catch back at the 9. Iturbide playing deep. Pika. Big bounce. Stopped on the forehand of Gonaga. Robote forehand. Caught by Ben. Beautiful catch on the left side. Forehand Robote. Wall to wall from the right side on the forehand Robote. Gonaga's there. Big bounce. Robin hung with it, just could not make the Robote play. 2-2. Gonaga serves.
I think both teams trying to get these backcourters alone there as deep as possible in the backcourt. And then throw it just like that. Get it on the ground, force Robin to make a decision to either catch it in the air or come out for the Robote. And just forcing that decision and forcing some change.
There's really not a decision to be, I mean, it's him
Right.
playing, but
Yeah.
air. Got to take the ball. You have to take the ball in the air. Cortada serve.
Ooh.
What a catch by Robin before the second bounce, and a powerful backhand follows. This one passes. Robote saved by Iturbide. Gonaga on the move. That passed him. Oh, the Pika got him. Pika meeting the bounce. Iturbide and Robin with 3. Iturbide serves. That's a tough one.
Yeah, you could see off the floor that got a big kick and went way up high over to Goenaga, and Ben was, I mean, not to be expected. I mean, just not really in play. A lot of wrist here, so he just kind of flicks it up, and look at this bounce up off the floor. Yeah, a little bit off on the timing and cost him a point.
Ben with a powerful backhand. Robote on the inside. Iturbide read it well. Robote coming out to Goenaga. Goenaga puts it inside. Robin on the move, takes it in the air. Well played. Robote forehand. A third point for Goenaga and Ben of the Renegades. We're tied up 3-3. Goenaga serves.
Yeah, and as you said, it's too. I mean, Robin alone that time, it was on the wall, but coming to him in the air, you got to go for a tough catch. I mean, Iturbide was kind of out of position to save that Robote. It was Robin all alone, do or die, and just couldn't make it. Well placed by the Renegades to tie it back up.
Cortada serve by Goenaga, stopped by Robin. Low bullet, caught by Goenaga. Iturbide takes that one in the air. Karam, opening, stopped by Goenaga. Cortada, that one will score. 4 points for Goenaga and Ben. Goenaga serves.
That was a rare attempt from Iturbide from the right side with the 2-wall. Not his preferred game. Pretty early in the point, Goenaga just went out there and got it, picked it right off the net, and it blasted a carambola return. Could barely see it. Got a cesta on it, but Iturbide couldn't make the play.
Another Cortada serve. Another one stopped by Robin. Robote hooked by Goenaga. 4-4 is the score. Iturbide serves.
Not a bad thought at all by Ben. It was a low runner, would have been a tough scoop. The Robote did make its way out to Goenaga. That's just one that neither player has had a lot of experience with out there on this court. So as they play a few more matches, and Goenaga and Ben have 2 more to the end of the regular season, even after this, certainly square that up.
Ben on the catch. There's the backhand. Ben gets in there. Great catch at the 10 line. Good positioning. Robin at the back wall, left side. Robote. Robote forehand. Iturbide picks it up, backhand. Hard to the inside. Ben's there. Robote forehand. Oh, Ben comes off the wall, makes a great catch. Robote 2-all, opening, stopped by Goenaga. Goenaga powerfully. This is going to be a tough one. Scooped by Robin in a phenomenal catch. That scores. 5 points for Iturbide and Robin of the Chargers. Possible set point. What a way to hang in there, Robin.
This is an impossible scoop. We've seen guys go for this. It's bouncing high to the outside, and somehow he times it up perfectly and scores on the next throw. What a scoop by Robin.
Ben on the catch. Backhand. Robote for Iturbide. Hard to the inside. Little clip. Big bounce. And Ben brings it in with a beautiful catch. Robote by Iturbide. Goenaga has it. Catch by Robin. Robin moved up, made the play. Bullet coming out on the Robote. Robin stops one at the 8 line beautifully. This Robote coming way out. Iturbide on the run. Hard to the inside. What a catch by Ben. That was coming in about 1,003 miles an hour.
Yeah, foot speed helped. He moved up on that quick.
Robote forehand. Passes the front quarter. Tipped in the back court. We're at 5-5, set point.
Yeah, it's hard to undo some of these tendencies we've seen throughout the year, and that's a good example. It's coming low to Robin. Yeah, before you're not going to let that ball pass, but now Iturbide's calling for it. But if you're Robin, you've played the same way all year. That's your ball. You got to go for it. It's very hard to just get out of the way and really trust that the Robote is going to make its way out there.
You're absolutely right.
5-5. Comes down to this. 2 of the first 3 sets of the day, 5-5.
Cortada serve stayed inside. So did Robin. What a catch off the wall by Goenaga. A hard backhand caught by Goenaga. Backhand from the 7-line clips. Robote to the outside. Iturbide's on it. Gonna cross the wall. Ben stops it on the backhand. Robin from the 10-line. Robote for the forehand of Goenaga. He makes the save. Robin makes the catch in the air. Passes the front quarter. Robote for Goenaga. Dropping. Saved on the forehand. Iturbide has it in the air. Rifles this one inside. What a scoop. What an attempt by Ben. Beautiful effort. Point and set for Iturbide and Robin of the Chargers. They take the first one, 6-5.
Hard fought all the way to that last point. Iturbide and Robin just do close it out, 6-5. And it's another one right there for Ben. He touches the floor.
I'm so beyond impressed with Ben's play.
Yeah. Today, you can let that come out. Before, there's no chance you can let that ball come out. So it's very difficult for some of these back quarters in this, in this period. But Ben, as you said, I mean, he was awesome and moving up, doing everything, and Robin too. I mean, playing his role.
Absolutely, the scoop's exciting. But the truth of the matter is that when you have your arm out there trying to make that scoop, it's going to go in the basket or it's not. It's 50-50. But what an effort to hang in there.
We've even seen that with, Division I, 2 players. I mean, that's just
because you
hope it's in the right place.
It's the reach. Right? When you're going for a scoop that's near your body or within about a foot of your body, that's entirely different. When you got your arm fully extended, you don't have a lot of control. And also, when you think about the space, the width of the cesta compared to the width of the ball, you don't have a lot to work with.
What makes it even more impressive, and that's 1 point. And we saw it came down to 5-5, so that was a big turnaround for the Chargers and Robin, and it got them the set. See how the Renegades respond as they look to come out here to begin set number 2. And while we have a couple moments before we begin the next set, let's take a look at the standings in this Spring 26 season, as close as we've really seen. Starting to open up a little bit more. The Devils with another loss yesterday. The Fireballs move up into solo second place. But look at the 2 teams playing tonight, the Renegades and the Chargers. So if the Chargers get to 9 points, so that is a game day tie, no team will be able to pass them. So the only way that the Chargers would not be the number 1 seed is if they lose the tiebreaker on total matches won. That would take a little bit of a collapse. I mean, they'd have to win like 3 matches across their last 18.
Anything's possible in high
But you never know, Stu. We've seen some crazy things. And then you look at the case for the Renegades, 3-3-6. They sit comfortably in the playoffs, but with some points today, they can separate themselves from the Warriors and Devils. Right now, those are the 2 teams on the outside looking in. In points, the Renegades would move at least 1 clear of the Warriors with just half a point.
We're ready to begin our second set. Goenaga has a serve for the Renegades. Goenaga was just fastening his chin strap. Make sure that helmet doesn't come flying off.
Oh, what a serve.
2 bounces rule. Cortada serve is an ace. First point to Goenaga and Ben of the Renegades.
Well, he's been flirting with that. He's looked towards the corner and, just past the underserve line, kick off the side wall, kills the speed. The 2 elements of a perfect serve that gets 2 bounces.
Robin advances to make this catch. Big backhand. Caught by Ben. Robote up the middle. Iturbide on the Robote. Goenaga comes cross court to stop it in the air. Robin's there. Backhand from the 9. Powerful forehand by Goenaga. Rotate forehand by Iturbide will pass wall to wall. Back at the side wall, it crosses perfectly, setting up a near impossible rebote. We're tied up at 1-1. Iturbide has a serve for the Chargers.
Crossing and crossing late. That really trips up Goanaga there. Well executed by the Chargers, and they knocked this one up early in set 2.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Ben moves outside to make the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote save by Iturbide. Goanaga takes a difficult one off the wall. Big bounce, stopped by Robin. Powerful forehand. Ben's there. Great catch at the 9. Ben will take that on the bounce. On the forehand. Iturbide back to the 8. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Wall to wall. Rebote left side. Caught near by Robin. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Ben. That ball's dying. Iturbide makes a save. Goanaga at the 6 line with the forehand. That ball came right back inside and will score. 2 points for Goanaga and Ben. Goanaga serves.
Yeah, Robin was moving hard to the outside. He overcommitted a little bit, so wasn't able to make that catch in the air. And the rebote, well, you saw that came out low, hard, but not a lot on it. And it touched the floor about the 8 line just before Iturbide could get to it.
Excellent catch by Robin. That was a good serve by Goanaga. Robin on the backhand. Ben calls for it. Robin out from the 9 line. Goanaga moves back. Backhand from the 7. Iturbide calling for it. Stays with it. Goanaga moves in. Winds up. Ball tipped off. Scoop attempt. 3 points for Goanaga and Ben. Goanaga has a serve.
Yeah, and again, Costado, Iturbide has to respect the outside, so his move is straight to the net, leaving Robin all alone back there. Goanaga gets it on the floor, forces Robin to make a tough scoop. And we've seen, he might make that a few times, maybe 3 out of 4, but that one is the one that you're looking for. And now that 2-point lead for the Renegades in this second set.
That Cortada serve is an ace for Goanaga. 4 points for the Renegades. Goanaga serves. That's a mean serve. I mean, it's just
all
kind
of them
vicious.
have been kind of mean.
It hits the sidewall and goes to the outside, or it hits the floor and the sidewall and stays in.
Yeah, Goanaga's so smart. I mean, he knows exactly, and all these serves have been in the same foot where they've hit.
You're absolutely right. Powerful rebote will be tipped in the backcourt. 5 points for Goanaga and Ben. Possible set point here in the second set.
And they can sense they got Robin on the ropes a little bit. Looks a little more tired in this second set compared to the first, and they just keep attacking. I mean, just keep going at him. There's a few catches that Robin just has to make. I mean, he's the backcourt. He's in position. He's got to go for it, even if he is a little bit tired. And just relentless play. I mean, how many balls Iturbide really hasn't been involved since that first point?
There's the backhand by Robin. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out.
Yeah.
Point and set to Goanaga and Ben of the Renegades. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back out. Play our third and final set.
And you see some good conversation between both of the teams there as they make their way off the court. A bit of a learning game here late in this season, but Iturbide just telling Robin, it's coming out. I mean, you just have to trust it, you know, and I'm there. I'll make the save. And I think kind of some of the same conversation with the Renegades, a little more positive, though. It's like, hey, we can do this. We just beat these guys 6-1. We kind of played well in the first set, too. It's not like they really gave it away all too much. I mean, maybe a few unforced errors that we don't usually see, but after a 6-1 set like that and the way that it went, especially late, they got to feel pretty good about their chances.
That is an animated Go Sherry right there. You see that intensity?
Well, he's coming up next. Just getting ready for his match with Ubia. So, yeah, we buried the leads too. Ubia back today.
Yes, he is.
Good to see that he is healthy. He's only played, according to my stats here, 6 doubles matches this season.
Went out with a injured hamstring.
6 of a possible 15. So he's played, less than about a little more than a third of this season. Let's try to see the gears churning. A little more than a third of the year, but they're happy to have Ubia. I mean, Arta's done a great job of keeping him afloat while he's been gone and playing up in rank, but Ubia is a different type of player. He's got a lot of power, especially in that Division III matchup, and curious how he's gonna play in that first match coming up next. But Ubia could be the difference in this Renegades team. Just another backorder and adding some depth to what is already a strong team.
Depth and tremendous insight and opinions on many things.
Passion, Stu. Passion.
Passion backed by opinion. We're ready to begin our third and decisive set of this match. Ichibide serves for the Chargers. Ben makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Robin takes it off the wall. Fine catch. Hard backhand. Going straight back, and Ben is there. Clutch catch the 10 line. Robin on the forehand at the back wall. Gonaga playing deep. Takes it in the air. Ichibide from the left side. Backhand from the 7. Ben's there. Rotate forehand by Ichibide. Passes. Ben will take it in the air on the forehand. Robin down low, but he makes the catch. Gonaga from the 7. Robin over the top. Picada. Big bounce. Brought down by Ben in the corner. Good catch. Robin again at the side wall. Ichibide calls for the rebote, a tough one, dropping low. Gonaga moves in, winds up. Gustavo inside. Inside placement will score. Gonaga and Ben of the Renegades first on the board in the third and decisive set. Gonaga serves. Smart play.
Super smart. And, that's the type of player that Gonaga is. He doesn't have as wide range of shots as some of the other guys, but he is relentless with his pace. And his positioning in this level in the Division IV doubles is better than just about anybody on the roster. He's got good experience with Ben, but also he will take control and just tell Ben, hey, stand there back between the 9 and 10, and I'll take everything else, which has got to be refreshing and make it easy for his backcourt, too, a little bit. Like a catch like that.
Robin has this one on the forehand. Gonaga at the 8. Catch by Robin on the left side. Plays it high and hard. Into the corner, out to the rebote. Gonaga's there. Ichibide cuts it off. Backhand. Powerfully to the inside. Ben, great catch. Robin lifts it high into the corner. Rebote coming out again. Rebote forehand by Gonaga. Caught by Robin. Robin again, backhand from the 9. Ben moves up, takes it in the air. Ichibide playing deep. Crossing the wall, big bounce, and Ben comes up with a clutch catch on the bounce. Ichibide now from the 8. Robin at the back wall makes the catch on the forehand. Gonaga reaches in. Ichibide at the sidewall, backhand from the 8 to the inside. That's a tough one for Ben. He makes another great catch. Rebote forehand fired. Caught by Ben in the air. Robin, Karam. That's wide. 2 points for Goanaga and Ben. Goanaga serves.
You know, again, ill-advised Karam from that deep in the backcourt too, but, you know, you could tell, I mean, Robin was just losing steam. He felt like he couldn't hang in there much longer, trying to go for it. Whether they get a point or your opponent does, he was okay with the result, but that was just a bit wide.
Robin on the scoop. Here's the backhand. Either that or Robin was waiting for Ichibide to kill a shot. He had 3 or 4 catches. You can wind up the coastie and maybe catch Goanaga. Here's Robin on the backhand. Ben in the corner, tremendous catch.
And that is what you would see happen, especially late in the third set now. Expect Ichibide to turn it up a bit. Like that, you know, that's pretty catchable in the air. I mean, you just maybe got to reach out and get it. But
oh, what a catch by Goanaga moving up the wall. Robin at the back wall makes the catch. Goanaga pulls that off the wall. Rebote forehand. Ben makes the catch. Here's the backhand.
And Ichibide has been a little more aggressive with his positioning, but it's just different than Goanaga and what he provides out here in this team.
Ichibide moving all the way into the backcourt. Steers clear of Ben. Goanaga will take that on the bounce. Forehand. That clears. Rebote coming all the way out. 2-all. Lands wide. A third point for Goanaga and Ben of the Renegades. Goanaga serves.
Well,
see, also with Ichibide, it's like it's not for us to, you know.
No, it's.
We see it. We see the possibility, but if they're not feeling it, and Ichibide obviously wasn't feeling it there because his 2-ball is so good, and that just landed wide. It's something we'd like to see, but if they're not seeing it.
Right, and in truth, I mean, the Renegades are trying to keep it away from him, too. So when Ichibide's got the ball, it's been mostly Rebotes and not a lot of Costados up there in the front. And another one giving it away.
That is a 4th point for Goanaga and Ben. Goanaga serves.
Sometimes guys don't have a lot of control when they wind up the Costado early, like they're trying to avoid getting a juggling call, but man, that one came out low, and another attempt that ends up in the pad. Hey, he's got it.
Ichibide picks the serve, drops it in. There will be no shutout in the third set. Ichibide will take over the serve for the Chargers.
Yeah, that was inevitable. He was going to go for one of these serves. This one coming right up the middle, and it's perfect. I mean, you're right, Stu. He needs the opportunity, too. I mean, he's got all the skills. We say, throw a shot, throw a shot, throw a shot. Why aren't you throwing a shot? Well, maybe he doesn't have the opportunity to throw a shot, and that's really been the case in this set. That one came right to him. Goanaga out of position, no hesitation. You throw the Costado, but right back at him.
Inside placement will score for Goanaga off the serve. 5 points for Goanaga and Ben. Possible set, possible match point.
Another incredibly smart shot from Goanaga. He doesn't go with a typical drop shot trying to get the second bounce in front
Inside
of Ichibide.
placement, you're right.
He puts a little more behind it, so Ichibide can't get to this ball. I mean, take a look here. Ichibide's route is straight to the corner of that front wall. You get a little more power behind it. Well, he can't reach inside and pick that one off. It's all Robin, and he's been hanging deep in the backcourt.
Robin stops another Cortada. Oh, my. Look at Goanaga. Ichibide gets in there to make the save. Goanaga attacking. Takes it on the bounce. Powerful throw. Robin, clutch catch at the 9. Ben with a great catch right up the middle. Rebote to the inside. Goanaga has it. Backhand. Robin's there. Backhand from the 9. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote for the big bounce. Robin steps back and stops. A difficult ball. Ben on the wall. Great play. Forehand rebote by Ichibide. That's a powerful forehand rebote. Goanaga for the big bounce. Robin again, what a great catch on the left side.
You see, I mean, Iturbide going outside every time, and these rebotes are right on the sidewall for Robin. I mean, no threat at all. Just keep passing to the inside like this. And oh.
Rebote coming up the middle. Iturbide gets there, keeps it in play. He's up. Gonaga has it, throws it hard. It's crossing. That's a good effort by Robin to try to turn that rebote. That is point, set, and match for Gonaga and Ben, taking it 6-1 in the third set.
Yeah, big comeback there, 6-1, 6-1 in the final 2 sets. And the Renegades get their second win of the game day. This is one of the best teams looking strong as the Renegades hope to be playing into the playoffs in just a few weeks. Gonaga and Ben now 5-3 after that win. Division I doubles coming up next. Goshere Nubia against Zuleika and Amigarena. Let's check out some replays from that Division IV matchup. Gonaga, yeah, that one thrown right at the corner, caught a couple of walls that are early, difficult to get a read on it, and then look at this serve. Powerful, hits deep in the basket, pops right out. Costado here to the inside, so well done. Just look at how much space there is on all these shot attempts. I mean, Gonaga picks another one. Inside placement just out of Iturbide's reach. Bote here left side, you know, go down to the ground. Got himself a little bit out of position here. Powerful forehand, comes in, crosses the side wall. Robin's got a chance at the rebote. Gets a lot on it, but
he
just
turned
up
it,
short.
just didn't have the right height.
6-1, 6-1 in the final 2 sets. What a run there by Gonaga and Ben to get that win. The second of the day for the Renegades. So they're within one of it, at least a tie. I guess, you know, points are at a premium today, Stu. It's passing typically, but points are at a premium for both of these teams. And for the Renegades, even half a point is going to go a long way in solidifying their spot in the top 4 in the playoffs. We have Gonaga and Ben making their way over to the cage after that win. As you see the ongoing Division I doubles practice. We'll get back to that, though. As they are there in position, we'll hear from that Division IV team representing the Renegades. Gonaga and Ben, another great win for you guys. I mean, tough way to end that first set, but then you come back and win 12 out of the next 14 points to close out that match. How you guys feeling about the way you finished up?
I'm feeling real good. You know, after that first set, I had to make a little bit of adjustment that went a long way because it allowed John to do his thing, and thankfully we got the win.
Yeah, and we'll ask you, but what was that particular adjustment? And we saw Gonaga, I mean, just as aggressive as we've seen with the shot making.
Just not to feed the rebote. Just take a little bit off and not feed the rebote because we know how dangerous David is, so we didn't want to give him, you know, didn't want to feed the rebote, that's all.
Awesome, guys. Well, very well played there. Congratulations, 2-0 lead for your Renegades. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready to begin our next match, featuring Goshere Nubia for the Renegades going up against Zuleika and Amigarena for the Chargers.
This Division I match, Goshere Nubia overall 3-5 this season in Division I doubles. And for the Chargers, Zuleika and Amigarena, well, they're at the top of this Division I doubles group, 6-1. It's been a really strong season for them.
Goshere serves. We begin. Amigarena down low with the catch. Nubia at the back wall, powerful backhand. Amigarena at the 10 line. Goshere on the catch. Here's the backhand. Amigarena from the left side at the 9. Plays it deep, high and hard on the back wall. Goshere looking for the rebote. Zuleika gets in there, cross court, backhand, stays inside. Ubi is there. Rebote. Zuleika calls for it, rifles it from the forehand. 2-all.
Oh.
Ligo Sherry will score. First point of this match goes to Gaucheri and Ubi of the Renegades. Gaucheri serves. Bit of a flashback here, huh?
I was going to say, this is a guy I was most eager to see out here. Because before, he was throwing shots like that pretty consistently. I mean, this season, he's gotten so much better in like the second half of the year, but it was a struggle through the first few weeks. Now starting to feel it, and that is a great sign if you're a Renegade.
Powerful backhand by Amigarena. Rebote. Amigarena advances to take it in the air. Great play. Ubia down low. Fine catch. Amigarena at the 10. Here's the backhand. Gaucheri calling for the rebote. 2 points for Gaucheri and Ubia. Gaucheri has a serve.
Yeah, and what have we seen the last couple of game days? Well, moving a little bit quicker out there, so the pace is picked up, and that plays right into a player like Gaucheri. I mean, it could be the fastest ball in the world. I think that's the ball that he would prefer to play with. He's got great foot speed. He's got all the power. He's got the shots. And with all those tools, if you can play up to that speed, most others can't catch up to it. So you like that. Oh, and another ace.
That's an ace for Gaucheri. 3 points for the Renegades. Looked like Zuleika was, I don't know if he was thinking about scooping or actually missed the scoop.
Well, we'll see here.
No.
I don't know. That looked weird to me, too. I thought it looked like he went for it a little
Well,
more
no, that was the previous one, actually.
Okay. Maybe he was.
Forehand by Amigarena. Gaucheri. Zuleika and Amigarena are on the board with a point. Zuleika serves.
Yeah, going down to the floor and trying to save a rebote. Tendency to hook it, and almost hooked it right into Zuleika's leg. Fortunately, okay. Chargers will take that first point and back to this serve. An outside one. Oh, Gaucheri was moving early.
Gaucheri stops the outside serve, puts it inside to score. 4 points for Gaucheri and Ubia. Gaucheri serves.
I just heard Ben say, did you see that? I mean, even the Renegades, their teammates can't believe that read. I mean, he was moving to the outside. He saw the outside serve the whole way. And when he picks it, he's got like a cortada from the 2 line. He just rifles it back in there.
Amigarena down low. Backhand powerfully thrown. Ubia at the back wall. Backhand. The inside. Stays inside. Amigarena's there. Ubia now from the 9 line. Sherry calling for it. Forehand rebote. Amigarena on the catch. Scoop by Zuleika. 2-all. Stopped by Gaucheri. He scores on the return. 5 points for Gaucheri and Ubia. Possible set point.
I mean, is this the best Gaucheri's looked this year? I mean, I think undoubtedly it's the defense also paired with some of the shot making. Picks one off the net and just rifles it on the return. Adding an ace, too. It's in the full package, and now 5-1. A chance to take this first set.
Scoop by Zuleika. Point and set for Gaucheri and Ubia. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back out. Play our next set. It all happened so fast, I wasn't quite sure how to announce it. I saw the scoop.
It did happen quick. Scoop in the service box, totally legal, of course.
Absolutely.
That's where Zuleika started. Scooped it up, had the 2-all, but just a little low. 6-1. Renegades take that opening set. And in this combination, Gaucheri and Ubia, we've only seen them play 2 matches together. Those were both very early in this Renegade season. One of them was on February 12th. That was against Urrutia Nicholas. The other one was on February 27th against Echeverry and Aratz. 0-2 in those first two matches. And Ubia's been out. I mean, the rest of the way. Went out with that leg injury, happened in the singles match. He came back for one game day, re-injured himself. So he's been out since early, I mean, see here, Stu, since about the beginning of March. Almost about a month and a half. So good to see him back and healthy. Seems to be focused, and his front quarter is for sure. We saw the way that Gaucheri played there. Ubia making every catch that came to him and just trusting that guy up there in the front court, number 20.
Oh, yeah, I think locked in is a phrase that your generation uses. See, my generation, locked in, is either a syndrome, which we could discuss another time, or you're someplace that you don't necessarily want to be.
Oh. It's amazing how the definitions evolve over the years. You know, something so negative has turned so positive.
There really is.
Yeah.
Gaucheri doesn't have it. He's out there.
Second set just about ready to begin. And look, this is a Chargers team that hasn't really been beaten too much this year, even in, many sets. And here they are, 6-1. That is the most dramatic loss they've had in a set this season.
Ready to begin our second set. Zuleika has the serve for the Chargers.
I mean, coming into this one on a 5-match win streak, too. Only 2 of those have gone on to a third set. And there's only 1 match this entire season where Zuleika and Amigarena have lost the opening set. Usually start off strong. We'll see what happens here in set 2.
Zuleika makes the catch on the backhand. Ubia at the back wall takes it in the air. Amigarena powerfully. Ubia's there. Zuleika midcourt, backhand. Back to the inside. Ubia down low. Rebote forehand outside placement of the forehand. Rebote will score for Gaucheri. Gaucheri and Ubia on the board first here in the second set. Gaucheri serves. Well, an aggressive play, certainly. Continuing out of the first set here for Gaucheri. Throw the ball where your opponent's not. That's exactly what Gaucheri did on that rebote. Excellent serve by Gaucheri. Even better catch by Amigarena. Ubia. Rebote dropping and scoring. Second point for Gaucheri and Ubia. Gaucheri serves. Ball not coming out. Amigarena feeling that Zuleika had a better play on the rebote there. Just didn't happen. Scoop by Zuleika. The 2-all scores. Beautifully executed by Zuleika off the serve. That's a point for Zuleika and Amigarena. Zuleika serves. That was just pretty. Something you'll only see here for the most part.
Nice combination when it works, though. It's on the board.
Powerful serve from the forehand of Zuleika. Big backhand by Ubia. Powerful forehand crossing. Rebote by Gaucheri. Here's Amigarena backhand from the 8 line. Up the middle. What a catch by Ubia on the left side. Backhand 2-all by Amigarena. The Guillermina lands in and scores. 2-2. Zuleika serves for the Chargers.
Well, good to see the Stu wall alive and well here, even in Division 1. Little backhand kicks off the side wall, and at this speed, you can get it by the opposing front quarter. Very well thrown by Amigarena.
There's the catch by Amigarena. Backhand comes to the forehand of Ubia. Ubia keeps it low. Scoop by Migrena. Beautifully played. Into the corner. Ubi is there. Migrena in the corner. Backhand. Ubia now from the 9 line to the inside. Robote. Robote forehand high to the front wall. Cochetti has it. Backhand from the 7. Ubia takes it in the air. Powerful backhand by Migrena Robote. Migrena makes the catch. Aye. Caught in the air by Gaucheri. Powerful throw by Gaucheri. What a scoop by Zulaika. Rotate forehand. Caught in the air by Ubia. Migrena makes the save before the second bounce. Gaucheri forehand from the 1.5 line, and Migrena stops it. Passes, doesn't pass the backcourt, but the backcourt missed it. 3 points for Zulaika and Migrena. Zulaika serves.
Well, that's an amazing point. I mean, Gaucheri had 2 opportunities in front of the 2 line on the forehand and did not convert either. First, it was Zulaika on the scoop, and then Migrena with this catch in the air, no less. What a read. Gets the point back, and then Ubia's got a range back for that one. Catches it not exactly where he wants to, and it pops right out.
Ace.
Ooh, ace.
By Zulaika, 4 points. And the serve. Did that ace go between?
It did. I was going to say, that is a little distracting, too, for the backcourt, because you see Ubia like kind of looking for it, and he just stops as that ball goes through his legs. He sees it late, trying to get back inside, and crosses to just everything you want to see on the serve.
Gaucheri picks this one. Powerful forehand. Scoop by Migrena. That's some catch. Robote saved by Gaucheri. Zulaika aggressively. He keeps it low on the return. Ubia makes the save. It's on the left side of Zulaika. Zulaika.
It's kind of way out. Almost fed him.
Beautiful scoop again by Migrena. Gaucheri has the catch. Winds up. This 2-all stopped by Zulaika.
Wow.
And the Costado 2-all will score. What a point. Possible set point for Zulaika and Migrena. Zulaika serves.
Obviously, Gaucheri set a pretty high pace early in this one, but Zulaika's answered the call in this second set. He's got the shots, too, and that is a 2-all from the outside. See how much that opens up?
He can play the same game.
Well, he can handle that speed, all the power, and now 5-2 in the Chargers' favor, hoping for a third set.
Be on the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote. To the forehand of Zulaika. Going back to the side wall. Outside placement. Scoop. But not held on to. Robote to the outside. Scoring for Gaucheri. Gaucheri and Ubia with 3 points in the serve. Still possible set point for the Chargers.
And what made Gaucheri so difficult to play against at the other facility was his ability to make shots off the Robote. I think that's really what kind of separates him from some of these other players. Going forward again that time, comes up on Zulaika quick. He's right there. He makes that catch. The set's probably over, but just can't bring it in with all that power.
Ball over serve. Second serve must be good. Zulaika picks the serve, throws it, passes the back corner. Ubia makes the save. Zulaika, tremendous play, makes the catch. Ubia on the run, stops it. Backhand. Caught in the air by Migrena. Migrena powerfully. Rebote coming to Gaucheri. Sherry powerful. Forehand Rebote stopped on the forehand of Migrena. What a scoop. Zulika, perfect positioning to make that catch. Here's the backhand caught by Ubi at the 10 line. Rebote dropping. Save before the second bounce. Gaucheri moving in. Forehand.
Watch it.
Outside placement. Will score 4 points for Gaucheri and Ubia. Zulika and Migrena is still with 5 in a possible set. Gaucheri serves.
Yeah, it's where that front foot plants, and we saw it was a little more to the outside than you typically see when he's throwing it back to the inside. Knew something was coming. The outside placement fired it by both of them. And just like that, it's become a set now. 5-4. What
the ace
serve.
Will score for Gaucheri. We're at 5-5, so this is possible match point for Gaucheri and Ubia of the Chargers. Possible set point for Zulika and Migrena of the Chargers.
Well, Gaucheri, very early in his career, established himself as a great player from, either ahead or behind. And another example, just coming back point by point, 3 in a row here. Now a chance to complete it and get the 3rd win of the day. Oh, and there he got it.
Ball tipped off the serve, point, set, and match to Gaucheri and Ubia. Winning it in straight sets, 6-1, 6-5.
And an impressive comeback by the Renegades. 6-1, 6-5 to get their 3rd win of the day. So the Renegades coming away with at least half a point. They have 3 opportunities to win the game day. First with Ben against Robin up next in Division 5 singles.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta.
I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
Check out that game day score, 3-0 in favor of the Renegades. And we're going to hear from our winners, Gaucheri and Ubia, making their way over to the cage. So the Renegades are moving up to 6.5 for sure, and with another win in one of these next 3 matches, they would put themselves into a tie with the Fireballs for 2nd place. Looks like they're ready in the cage. Let's hear from Gaucheri and Ubia. Ubia, good to have you back here. Obviously been a tough season dealing with some injuries, but how are you feeling now, and how are you feeling about being back alongside Gaucheri?
Feeling good, right? Honestly, I was fed up of saying just good job, guys, and it was about time to get back. So pretty much locked in for the last sprint of the season, and then hopefully for the semifinals as well if everything goes as projected. So, and happy to be with Gaucheri. The answer is just sale to Gaucheri. So.
Yeah, and that was, effective today, Gaucheri. The shot making is always great, but off the rebote, too, you seem to have the same confidence. How are you feeling out there today in a matchup against one of the toughest teams in your division?
Yeah, I feel more comfortable with this ball. It's faster, and I think that to my game is better like that. And happy for the win, and just have to win one more if we win a point, so looking forward for that.
Awesome, guys. Well, great performance there. Straight set win over Zulika and Migrena. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, they send out Ben to try to get the win for the Renegades. He'll see if he can convert against Robin. Ben 2-1 this year in singles, so Ben still got 1 match left after tonight. This will conclude Robin's singles season. Robin is just 1-2. He's only played in 3 of the 4 singles matches this year. One of them, Robin was out, Eggy subbed, and Eggy did win. So overall, Division 5 singles 2-2, but Robin with only 1 of those wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match on the game day, our only singles match today. Ben will serve for the Renegades, receiving for the Chargers, Robin. Ben serves. We begin. Ben on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 8 line. Powerfully thrown. Robin, 2-all. Beautifully executed off the rebote. Robin gets the first point for the Chargers in this singles match. He serves.
And pretty nasty for Robin to start things off. Not a lot of space to throw the 2-wall from inside like that, but he had the confidence, executed it perfectly. Just beat Ben to the net.
Big bounce serve by Robin, stopped by Ben. Ben on the backhand. Robin on the rebote. Ben to the inside. Fine catch. Backhand. The 7 line. I went to 2-all. Big bounce. Oh, that's stopped by Ben. That's out. Ben gets the point. We're tied. 1-1. Ben serves.
Yeah, smart throw by Ben. Get it by Robin. Let the back wall do its thing. That time dropped it low. Good
Back
effort
in
there.
singles, there's no question that Chick-Chack and Schuler are definitely in play.
Yeah. He just got assessed on it, but really no clear attempt. Just trying to flick that one up and maybe keep the rally going. Very defensive play.
Robin on the 2-all. Ben reads it, stops it on the outside. Plays this high. Rebote left side to the inside. Ben gets there. Good control, powerful backhand. Rebote 2-all. This one's wide. 2 points for Ben. With the Renegades, he serves.
Yeah, pretty clear for Robin. I mean, he's thrown about 4 2-walls now. All from the left side. He's going for it early in these points. I would advise against it in a matchup like this. Against certain people, okay, but against Ben, who is really known for his foot speed and athleticism, that's a tough guy to throw one by as opposed to just trying to outlast him with the catch.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, if you're going to throw 2-all against Ben, really better open up.
And that's why he's trying and pushing it closer to the boundary.
Robin on the catch. Here's the backhand. To the back wall. On the wall. Out to the rebote. Difficult play. Well placed by Robin. We're tied 2-2. Robin serves for the Chargers.
Perfect right there. Got that rebote along the side wall. And if you're looking at a viable strategy to take down Ben, you just got to look at the catching. I mean, Ben has lost over 50% of his points, 54% on tip balls. That's the highest percentage. And then he's lost 27% of his points on winners. So, again, you just got to get the ball by him. This is not a guy that you can really blast it by. You just got to keep him in the rhythm of the rally and just hope that he misses one.
Powerful backhand by Ben. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall. Played for the big bounce. Ben running up, stopping it on the forehand. There's a carom that will score. Ben has 3 points and the serve for the Renegades.
It's pretty consistent with Ben. His positioning is fantastic in singles, just moving up on this ball well. Yeah, you may have to make a tough catch, but look at where you set yourself up. In front of Robin, you got all the space to throw the 2-wall. It's perfect.
Ace for Ben. 4 points. Robin on the catch. Here's the backhand. He passes. Rotate for Ben. Taken on the forehand.
Got it.
2-all. Stop by Ben on the forehand. Powerful forehand. Will land in and score. It's a 5th point for Ben of the Renegades. Possible set point. Illustrated your point well from earlier.
No, it's one of the misconceptions. Like, if you're Robin and you have the skills to throw the shot, you're like, well, the only way I can beat him is by throwing a 2-ball by him. Well, you also got the inside part of the court, too, which is a lot less risky. I mean, he's going for it. He's going for broke on these 2 walls. He doesn't necessarily need to do that, but he feels that that's probably the best way to win and doesn't want to engage in a long rally, really. Not willing to so far.
Ben makes the catch down low. Backhand from the 8 line. Rebote. Robin keeps it in play. Ben steps in. Powerful, powerful backhand from the 7 line. Robin looking for the rebote midcourt. 2-all. Opens wide and scores. Robin with 3 points. And the serve for the Chargers.
It's still very dangerous with his, ability to throw it like that. He can still snap 3 in a row, and he could win 6-5 pretty easily. So you don't want to take your foot off the gas if you're Ben here.
Fault. Over serve. Robin really going for that. Pika serve, that big bounce serve.
Most hang time of any serve this year. That could be an analytics stat. That may not be remote to analytics.
There's the backhand by Ben. Powerfully thrown, dropping into the corner. Difficult rebote is saved by Robin. Ben moves in. Backhand from the 6. 2-all. Caught the wood. That's out. Point and set for Ben. Ben taking the first set. 6-3. 2 minutes. Come back out. Play our next set.
Ben takes the first set of match 4 on this game day between the Renegades and Chargers. And there you see the game day score 3-0 in favor of the Renegades. So with a win here by Ben in one of these next 2 sets, well, the Renegades will win the game day. And you think about that tiebreaker too, which is very important as you reach April, and then later in April you go. That's only going to help out the Renegades too if they have a couple of opportunities to add some more wins. So right now, as it stands, the Renegades and Cyclones are tied at 6 points, tied for 3rd place. The Renegades had 3 game days remaining coming into today. The Cyclones will have 3 game days remaining after the action today. But the Renegades coming into today with 38 wins, the Cyclones with 37 wins on the season. If the Renegades just keep opening this up, maybe a 5-1 day, potentially a 6-0 day. Of course, you don't want to jump the gun here, but looking ahead, well, this could be the difference between a 2 seed or a 3 seed for the Renegades, and potentially with how it goes, you never know. Could end up being the 1 seed at the end of this. Important matches for both teams here, and Robin looking to get him back in it here in set number 2. Chargers haven't found themselves in a position like this season. Remember, the only loss for the Chargers was back on February 13th. And that was in the first week of the regular season when they lost to the Cyclones 4-2. Since that point, they have 5 wins and 5 ties. I mean, 5-0-5. Hard to argue with that success, but on the ropes here, as Robin was in the first match, gonna have to dig himself out of this one. He'll begin set number 2 with control of the serve.
We're ready to begin our second set. Robin has the serve for the Chargers. What a catch by Ben. Big backhand. Rebote. Forehand. Back to the inside. Ben's there, winding up. 2-all with a light touch will score. Ben's first up on the board in the second set. He serves.
It's surprising, too, if you look at the numbers this year, Ben has actually thrown more winners in singles than Robin. I mean, coming into today with 8 and Robin only 7, and Ben defends the net a lot better, too. Just a little kick off the sidewall, opens it up. That's all he needed to take the first point of set 2.
Powerful backhand by Robin. Passes to the rebote at the sidewall. Ben makes a difficult save. Robin on the catch. Inside placement. Stop by Ben on the bounce. Rebote. Ben reaches out, makes a stop. Forehand to pass. Dropping down and scoring. 2 points for Ben. Renegades, he serves.
And there you're seeing that chick-chack in singles you're talking about. Back wall and then straight down into the floor. Can't let that forehand pass you here.
Robin on the backhand. Ben commits to the backcourt, makes the catch. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. Robin looking for the rebote. It's a 2-all. Ben stops it on the forehand. Big right side. Robin moves to the outside. Good positioning. Makes the save. Here's Ben. Ben to the inside, straight to the inside, where it stays all the way. 3 points for Ben. The Renegades, he serves.
Yeah, Robin just hoping that one clipped. It was close, but it was right along the inside. And if Ben can start to add this to his game, he's going to be a tough guy and not someone you want to see next season in singles. Look at this save. One hand, digs it out, but look at where Ben's got it. Middle of the court from the left side. He's thrown the 2-wall, but then he can keep it inside like that. Shows you just how far he's come. Just great play today for Ben.
Powerful backhand by Robin. Bote left side. Robin makes the catch. Karam will score. Robin's on the board with a point for the Chargers and the serve.
Well, moved up on it and finally got one to his right and had been trapped to the inside. So a little bit more space to throw the Karam. You're not under as much pressure. Kick it off the side wall. It's going to open up naturally and just landed it in.
Ben on the backhand from the 9 line. Robote. Robote 2-all, too low. That's hooked. That's a 4th point for Ben of the Renegades. Ben has the serve.
That's really what we've seen in a consistent strategy. I mean, going for it quickly. That time, not the easiest 2-wall from the inside, close to the side wall. He still fires it and comes up well short.
Robin on the backhand. Ben commits to the back, makes the catch on the forehand. Passes from the right side. Robin saves the rebote, looking for the big bounce. Ben got it, controls it. Oh,
goodness.
2 points for Robin of the Chargers. He serves.
Yeah, Ben knows it too. I mean, he had all that court, and I don't think Robin was moving up on that ball either. Just needed to touch it off the front wall, dropped it right in the pad. You just hope it doesn't deflate him at all. And just got to stay focused because he's been in control of pretty much all of these points. He's been more consistent, been the better player. Just got to finish off this match and can't worry about that mistake.
Ben from the 9 line to the inside. Robote. Robote back to the inside. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed.
And both players feeling the effects of that hit.
Believe me, Robin's feeling it more than Ben.
Yeah, Robin, you could tell. I mean,
that.
running into a piece of rock. I mean, Ben is as built as anybody out there. So, wow. Interference. We'll replay the point here.
Ben on the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote comes out. Rebote to the inside for the big bounce. That's a tough one.
What a scoop.
And a beautiful catch made by Ben. Rebote forehand. Drop shot. Ben on the run. He got to it.
Watch this one. All right. Safety
That
first.
one. Drop shot will score. That is 5 points for Ben here in the second set. Possible match point.
Just got to get it off that front wall. And you saw Robin not moving up. He's starting at the 8 line. That's too long of a run. Good adjustment that time. And now he's got 4 chances if he needs to win this match right here. And win the day for his Renegades on top of it.
There's the backhand by Robin. Powerfully thrown. Rebote kicks out to the 6 line. Then turns it for the big bounce. Robin has it on the forehand. Sidearm Karam lands in and scores. 3 points for Robin. Of the Chargers, he serves.
Goes a little sidearm here, so you can't really tell where he's going to throw it. Doesn't open up to the side wall. Just a well-thrown Karam.
Ben from the forehand. Sidearm. Rebote. Rebote missed on the forehand of Robin. That is point and a straight set victory for Ben of the Renegades, winning at 6-3, 6-3.
Straight set win for Ben. 4th win of the day for the Renegades, so they're moving up the standings with a full point. Still got 2 matches left to finish up this day. They got Division 2, then Division 3 doubles. Gaucheri and Arza will take on Iturbide and Amigarena coming up next. Take a look at some replays here from this singles match between Ben and Robin. Ben moving up on the ball. And then
Throw the ball
the
where your
Karam.
opponent's not. That's exactly what that Karam did.
Two all here from the Costado. Ben, look at that foot speed on the run. Picks it off right on the wood. Goes high. And when you pass here in singles, going to come back out. You see that one even opened up a bit. And then Ben could take the Costado. It's a 2-wall. You see how it opens up off the front wall when thrown from the left side. And then another one, Ben goes high. Over Robin's head, you see him moving, trying to scope out where this rebote is going to be. One-handed save.
Never say die, Robin.
Keeps it in play.
He turned that.
But then Ben straight to the inside, right along that side wall. Robin just flicks up. Ben's moving, puts it into high gear. He knows it's dropping. Gets up there. Drop shot. He'll score. Brought it to 5-2 there in the second set. And then Ben closed it out 6-3 for the 4th win for the Renegades today. So the Renegades will be tied with the Fireballs after today's action. And now that we know that, we can get you some of the tiebreaker information between those two teams as well and see who will be in second, or third place. Ben making his way over to the cage, 3-1 in singles this year. Congratulations, Ben. Another great performance. Just keep on building match after match. How are you feeling about that performance over Robin?
I'm feeling good that I won, but not so good because of who it was and what he means to me. I love Robin to death. I love my Filipino brother, him and Ron. So I wish it could have been somebody else, but it's the nature of the business.
Yeah, and I mean, how many opportunities have you had stepping out there to win the game day for your team? How are you feeling about that chance, Ben?
That's all that matters, putting that 4th point on the board. I mean, Arthur and Ubio in the cage, making sure that I knew what was at stake and to stay focused and locked in, because you don't want to give a team the Chargers any type of breath. And if I would have left that out there and gave them a win, that could have flipped the game day, and we went from 1 point to half a point. So
Ben,
didn't want to do
that. Quick question here. When are the announcers' water bottles personalized coming?
2099.
Got it. Thank you very much, Ben. Moving on to our next.
Thanks,
hi, Mia. I was told to say hi, Mia.
Thanks, Ben. Great playing. He's a nice guy. It's coming still.
No, it's not. Doubles match up next. Gaucheri and Arta representing the Renegades. Turbide and Amigarena for the Chargers.
And this Division II matchup, Gaucheri and Arta 3-4 this season. Turbide and Amigarena 4-4. Very even in terms of the records. We'll see how this one goes. Renegades looking to keep adding to their win total, and that could come into effect for a potential tiebreaker, and could also, this is going to start to hurt the Chargers in a potential tiebreaker too, so something else to monitor.
Rebote forehand by Gaucheri. Turbide looking for it. Plays it to the inside. Scoop attempt missed on the inside. First point of this match goes to Turbide and Amigarena. The Chargers, Turbide serves.
Yeah, and all
I'll
four
tell you,
of these.
Ben's got a lot more confidence in my health. He said 2099. He's got more health than my cardiologist or other ologists.
I'll tell you what, Stu. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Art on the catch. Here's the backhand. Low, hard, inside. Scooped up beautifully by Amigarena. Gaucheri looks for the rebote. Turbide missed it on the bounce. 1-1. Gaucheri serves.
Yeah, I mean, so an aggressive start from Turbide. Those are some of the opportunities that he maybe wasn't going for in the first match, but that one comes up on him quick on the bounce. Feels like he's got a good shot at it, in position to make a play if he catches it, but just caught it off the frame.
Amigarena on the catch. Here's the backhand. Low and hard. Scooped up by Arta deep in the backcourt. That ball is tipped in the corner. Second point for Gaucheri and Arta of the Renegades. Gaucheri serves.
Yeah, pretty simply, that ball was right along the sidewall the entire length of the court, cutting back into. Arta just put it there perfectly, and that's a difficult catch for anybody.
Amigarena stops the serve. Here's the backhand. Arta takes it in the air. Low hard backhand. Tipped by Gaucheri at the side wall. 2-2. Turbide serves for the Chargers.
And at this level, you're going to see that ball pretty close to the sidewall the entire match. You don't want to give Turbide or Gaucheri, two of the greatest offensive players on this roster, you don't want to give them any opportunity. So keeping the ball to that sidewall, making the catch difficult. And again, we talked about it's harder to throw shots from the inside too.
Rebote not coming out. A third point for Gaucheri and Arta. Gaucheri serves.
And that one finding the Chula. I mean, Rebote's been pretty lively today, but that one not making its way out to Turbide.
Amigarena stops another hard serve. Gaucheri at the 7 line. Amigarena powerfully, low and hard. Gaucheri's there. Backhand to the corner. Amigarena makes the stop. This ball clipped off the wall. Ichibide. Backhand from the 7. Arta's there. Rebote left side. Migrainer from the 9 line. Lower and harder to the inside. Arta's there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Sherry, Rebote, low and hard. Migraina looks for the Rebote. He makes a save. Sherry has it on the forehand. Hard to the inside. Migraina on the scoop. High on the left side. Sherry calls for the Rebote. Puts it in the inside for the bounce. Picked up by Migraina. This one's on Sherry's forehand. Cortada into the pad, and the pad is bad. 3-3. Ichibide serves for the Chargers.
It's a thing with that Cortada, right? It's just because you throw it a little bit lower, it's not guaranteed to score. It's more about the placement and where it's crossing, how it's crossing the sidewall, as opposed to just throwing it 2 inches lower. Again, you risk giving it away, and now tie ball game here, 3-3, midway through this first set.
Rebote saved by Migraina. Sherry has it on the Costado. Fire to the inside. Wow. What a save again by Migraina. Sherry has this one on the forehand. Rifles it back. Migraina scoops up a bullet. Here's Arta.
What a series of catches by Migraina.
Rebote forehand by Ichibide to the outside. Arta moves to the outside to make the catch. Migraina high on the left side. Backhand to the corner, out to the Rebote. Rebote fired by Gaucheri, caught by Ichibide. Drop shot to the inside, will score. Well done. 4 points for Ichibide and Migraina of the Chargers. Ichibide serves.
And again, it's not the drop shot because he doesn't want Gaucheri to get up to it. It's that placement to the inside. Arta's the only hope. Got assessed on it, but a very difficult catch because it was so close to the sidewall again. Another look here. Gaucheri totally out of the picture. Arta charging, but again, you see it's dropping low with that contact with the sidewall.
Arta makes the catch to the outside. Ichibide from the 7. Backhand powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Gaucheri for the Rebote. Fire to the inside. Scooped up. A low bullet fired by Migraina is scooped beautifully by Arta. Sherry calls the Rebote. Back to the inside, where it scores. 4-4 is the score. Sherry serves.
What a bullet that was. I mean, he gets the Rebote and just sends it as hard as he can back to the inside, right into Migraina's feet. Throws it low so he can't move up and catch it in the air. He knows it's going to be kicking up, going to be a tough catch, and just can't make it.
Migraina stops the serve, keeps the backhand low and inside. Backhand by Arta, caught by Migraina. Ichibide takes the ball out of the air, backhand, headed to the corner where it's tipped. 5 points for Ichibide and Migraina. Possible set point.
And a couple more drops. I mean, 2 for Arta in this first set of the 5 points adds up, but still, he's made a couple of tough ones right along that wall.
Migraina low and hard. On the wall, beautiful catch by Arta. Ichibide, forehand Rebote. Wall to wall. Gaucheri looks for the Rebote. Rifles it up the middle. That scores. 5-5, set point.
And it's the same type of throw that tripped up a Migraina just earlier. It's coming up the middle. It's a difficult scoop. Amigarena's backing up and trying to control it. And it just comes up on him so fast. And Gaucheri was talking about speed and how he likes it. And, I mean, you can see why. Just throw one like that and get a point. Now it comes down to 1, 5-5 here in the first set.
Rebote for Gaucheri. Played for bounce. Picked up by Amigarena. Hard throw. Caught by Arta. Into the corner. Out to the Rebote. Forehand Rebote. To pass by Iturbide. Rebote left side. Save. Gaucheri makes a difficult save. Keeps it alive. Big bounce. Amigarena moves in. Backhand. Low runner. Scoop by Gaucheri. Catch by Amigarena. Arta gets in there. Backhand from the 9. Back to the corner. Out to the Rebote. Iturbide fires it up the middle. Beautiful catch by Amigarena. Iturbide calls for the Rebote. Sherry calls for the Rebote. Going for the save, hit the pad. Point and set for Iturbide and Amigarena. They win the first set, 6-5. 2 minutes. Go on board.
Another tight set coming down to the last point, and the Chargers prevail 6-5. Iturbide and Amigarena take set number 1. You know, and in that 5-5 point, there was one throw by Gaucheri that, you know, if the Renegades would have won, it was a Rebote that he had to dig out. The one that he was running into the backcourt, he dug it out, sent it up high, but Iturbide wasn't one to cut it off in the air. As Amigarena, I'm so distracted with the banana. He was bringing attention to it. For Lalu, okay. So shout out Lalu of the Fireballs. Had a good day yesterday.
Yes, he did. Did he have a banana?
I was going to say that must be an inside joke. We don't, you know, we're not privy to all those.
Well, I mean, we can share something here with the audience who seems to like us. Sometimes they like us.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
You, myself, and one of the players shared a banana-oriented dessert last night. Do we not?
We don't need to go. It was, yeah.
At a Thai restaurant.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we did, and it was lovely, Stu, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Last time, I'm picking up the tab.
And it was another guy who you typically see eating a banana in the cage, Benny.
That's
another
right.
one that you see, so yeah. Maybe we'll invite Amigarena and a Lalu next time to share that dessert.
I don't know that I can afford that bill.
Folks, he said he was going to pick up the bill. I said, are you sure you're going to do that at a Thai restaurant with all those appetizers that I can give? It's okay.
When did you say that exactly? Just out of curiosity?
You mustn't have been listening. You had to step away from the announcer's booth for a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Gaucheri will have the serve for the Renegades.
See Amigarena pumping up Iturbide as they walk out there on the court. You think about the tiebreaker, too. The Chargers started off the day with 8.5 points and 43 wins in their 12 game days played. So, again, I mean, they're trying to keep pace with some of these other teams. They're ahead of the Fireballs. They will be ahead of the Renegades today unless it is a 6-0 sweep. So that will be something to monitor. Can go a long way by winning this match.
Low runner is scooped up by Arta in the corner. What a catch. First point, second set goes to Gaucheri and Arta.
And a rare drop, Iturbide backing up, middle of the court. Missed it, looked right up. Maybe checking out the lights could have affected the catch. Just giving one away early in this second set.
Amigarena to the outside to stop it on the backhand. Hard backhand. Caught by Arta. Arta sends it deep. Amigarena's there behind the 10 to make the catch. Ball stays inside. Arta's there again. 1-1. Iturbide serves for the Chargers. Art up high, backhand to the inside. Robote for Gaucheri. Migraine takes it in the air, backhand from the 7. Gaucheri with a hop, backhand. At the side wall, that ball carries high. Robote coming way out. Iturbide fires it. What a catch by Arta. Iturbide gets in there and stops that ball at the side wall. Backhand caught by Arta. That ball kicks back to the inside. Wow. What a scoop by Migarena.
Just ripped it off the side wall.
Robote to the outside. Scoop on the forehand of Iturbide. The carom attempt hits the pad. 2 points for Gaucheri and Arta.
Yeah, Iturbide was trying to sell that carom. He was opening up like he was going to throw a forehand to the inside the entire way, and at the last second, kicked it off the side wall. Just a lot of arms, and you have a tendency to just hook it and drop it a little bit low, and that's what happened there, catching the pad. Lead back to the Renegades, 2-1. Don't need to give them too many unforced errors either. Eventually going to get going, but another great defensive play by Migarena.
Iturbide's 2-all lands out. 3 points for the Renegades. Gaucheri and Arta. Gaucheri serves.
You know, and two very similar teams, both about 36% of the points they win off of winning shots like that. Two of the best costados, and again, when you have that type of shot, you can work everything else off of it. And Iturbide, you look at the numbers here, mostly 2 walls and drop shots, which is making you cover the net and the inside. Gaucheri, a little bit different, more pure power, and he'll test you outside the whole night.
Robote forehand by Gaucheri, caught by Iturbide. Inside placement, read and stopped by Arta. The backhand, caught in the backcourt by Migarena. Gaucheri, Robote. Iturbide, nice snag on the left side.
Yeah, not an easy catch.
Migarena calls for the catch, backhand from the 8 line. Rotate forehand. Wall-to-wall by Iturbide. Gaucheri throws a 2-all perfectly. 2 score, 4 points for the Renegades. Gaucheri and Arta. Gaucheri serves.
Yeah, he got a high bouncing Robote right to the middle of the court, and that was just in rhythm. Set up for the 2-wall off the Robote, snapped it perfectly. Builds up the lead to 4-1 now.
Hard serve by Gaucheri is stopped by Migarena. Here's the backhand by Arta. Robote missed. That's 5 points. Possible set point for the Renegades. Gaucheri and Arta leading 5-1.
Well, it's getting back to something that Gaucheri mentioned, is that he loves this pace, and he seems to be more comfortable than just about anybody out there right now. I mean, he's given Migarena some trouble, although he's made great catches here in the second set. Iturbide hasn't had the same proficiency with the shot making. But Gaucheri seems to be quickest to adapt, and you know that's what he's kind of proven throughout his career. He'll adjust, and he'll do it quicker than just anybody.
Here's the backhand by Arta. Robote It's a 2-all by Ichibide. Stopped by Gaucheri. Karen by Gaucheri.
Wow.
Lands in and scores. Point and set. Third set coming up in just 2 minutes.
Split sets here through the first two. Third set coming up. Here's the rebote. And again, that was a 2-all attempt. Very penalizing, even in doubles, when you don't score on that 2-all throw by Ichibide. Odds are not going to win that not going to win that point either. So Sherry makes him pay. Beautiful. Karam there closes it out 6-1. Boy, it's been a lengthy season for this Gaucheri and Arta team. In the stats here in front of me, Stu, it looks like a CVS receipt with how many matches they've played. They've played 13 matches already, and still, after tonight, they will have 2 more in their rank. So they're going to be playing upwards of 16 or 17 matches at the end of this regular season, and most teams play 10. Of course, Arta was subbing for Ubia a lot of those times. So, you know, on one side, yeah, they've played a lot. On the flip side of that, experience, reps, and now playing against some high-level competition when you're playing in your rank like they are today, well, it may be a little bit easier for them.
Makes sense. Was there any sunscreen on that receipt?
No.
No? About the only thing.
Hopefully a $5 off coupon or something, you know.
Off of anything, right? Those are good.
Players already out there looking to begin this third set. I mean, not a lot of time spent over on the bench. I mean, both teams are eager to get it going. And again, it's a little difficult for folks to follow along at home with the tiebreaker and all that information, so you're not going to bore you with the details, but the Chargers came in today with 43 wins. The Renegades came in today with 38 wins on the season. So if it's a 6-0 game day for the Renegades, not only would the Renegades move up to 7 points, they would keep the Chargers with 43 wins this season and a potential for the Fireballs, Renegades, or even the Cyclones to pass the Chargers in the standings. Again, if you're tied on total points, it goes straight to that tiebreaker, and you don't want to lose many game days, 5-1 or 6-0. There's the serve in set 3.
Ichibide, difficult catch. That ball came in on him sharply. Here's the backhand by Arta, powerfully thrown, wall to wall. Rebote comes out. Rebote forehand by Ichibide. Sherry for the Rebote save. Ichibide cuts it off. Placement to the inside scores. First point of the decisive third set for Ichibide and Migrena.
Well, that's his game. I mean, first in kills on the roster with 76, and the next closest player has 64, so leading by a pretty significant margin, and it's a lot of 2-walls and drop shots. I mean, he's first at 2-walls, first in the drop shots. You have to respect the net, and even there, you saw Arta moving up on that ball, even before Ichibide was getting that throw off. And it was so well done, the second bounce was dead by the underserve line. Great start here in set number 3.
Here's the backhand by Arta. Catch by Gaucheri. Rebote forehand. Arta stops it in the air. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. Migrena steps in, backhand from the 8 line. Little clip. Sherry. Rebote to the inside. Scoop by Arta. Gaucheri on the forehand. Keeps it low and hard. It's stopped by Migrena. Ichibide, left side. Archer from the 10 line, backhand. Caught by Migrena. Archer at the side wall, pulls that off nicely. Rebote, forehand by Ichibide. Back to the inside, Arta's there. Gaucheri follows it to make the rebote. Big bounce to the inside. What a catch. A little bounce off the wall there by Migrena. Rebote left side. Gaucheri picks it up. Catch by Ichibide. Powerful three-wall. Is in. Out. And we will have an official call made by the chief judge. Just wait for the final call. In. Ball has been ruled in.
It was ruled in, and then I heard a challenge, too. So I think we're going to review it. It was ruled out? I'm not quite sure. We'll wait for some clarity.
Official call has been challenged.
Yeah, there's a challenge coming up. We're just trying to get what the call was on the floor. Do we know for certain still? Trying to, yeah, I mean, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know who made or what the call was on the court, so we don't know what team challenged. Okay, yeah, so we're just getting clarity.
So the official call was out. It's being challenged by the Chargers.
All right. There we go. Yeah, because there was some question. And
it does get very tricky back there by the this is something we knew coming into the new facility, where you see calm there at the bottom.
I see calm.
You see green, then you see orange, then you see the cage behind it.
See a lot of colors.
That's a tricky area.
All right, we'll see. The chief judge is coming back. The call has been confirmed by the chief judge. That ball was ruled out of play, so that point will go to the Renegades.
Ball ruled out, verified. Point for the Renegades. 1-1. Gaucheri serves.
And again, if the Chargers need another challenge, they are out for the rest of today. So that was it. One and done.
Migraine on the catch. Here's the backhand. What a catch by Arta Pai. That was a bullet coming in. Migraine is there. Backhand. Low and hard. Rebote. Saved by Gaucheri. Ichibide moves in. 2-all. Rifled and scoring. Perfectly played by Ichibide. Ichibide and Migraine have 2 points.
Well, he cuts this one wide open here from the costado. Look at this, how it explodes off the floor right into the net. Gaucheri is moving out there, and good luck trying to pick that one off. Reason why he's #1 in kills. That is a great example with the 2-all moving like that.
There's backhand by Arta. Caught down low by Migraine. Ichibide, drop shot to the inside. Gaucheri's on it. Elo scores. 2-2.
And a yell by Ichibide as the ball got by him. He felt like he was in a pretty good position to make this catch. Gaucheri, when he gets it along the side wall, you figure the filo's coming. Something straight to the outside. He's right there, hits off the basket. It's just hard to line it up because you can't really see it.
Oh. Excellent serve. Even better catch by Migraine. Here's Gaucheri. Hard to the inside. Migraine is there. Backhand. On the wall the whole way. What a catch by Arta. Migraine from the 9-line. Backhand 2-all caught in the air by Gaucheri. Rebote for Ichibide. Hooked. A third point for Gaucheri and Arta of the Renegades Sherry serves.
Amigarena actually has thrown that backhand 2-wall well today. That time, Gaucheri just sniffed it out. He's had experience with it. Not going to get beat for the third time. Makes the catch in the air. Powerful forehand return up the middle. Amigarena, he can duck out of the way, but there's no guarantee it's going to be an easy rebote for Iturbide, and he dropped it in the pad.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. There's the backhand by Amigarena. Low runner will score crossing the wall. We're tied up 3-3. Iturbide has a serve for the Chargers.
That's exactly the type of throw that you got to expect with Gaucheri out of position. It's been the low runner consistently from the outside. So tough to handle. Just trading points now in this third set.
There's a backhand by Arta. Caught by Amigarena. Amigarena powerfully to the inside. Up the wall. What a catch. Amigarena now from the 9 line. Backhand. Rotate forehand by Gaucheri's. Cut off in the air by Iturbide. Arta advances to take it in the air. Great catch by Iturbide. 7. Rotate for the big bounce. Amigarena steps up. Take it in the air. Sherry, great catch. Backhand to the outside. Iturbide's there. He plays this one high. Going for the 3-wall. Good read by Gaucheri. It's in play. Amigarena steps up. Stops it in the air. Low runner.
Rotate's there. Yep.
Catch by Iturbide. Drop shot. Stop by Gaucheri. Below by Gaucheri will score.
Oh, my.
A 4th point for Gaucheri and Arta of the Renegades. Gaucheri serves. What a point.
I think he just baited him into the drop shot right there. Gaucheri was looking outside. He didn't want to tell Iturbide that he had a read on it, but boy, when he let that ball go, Gaucheri just took off, and he was not too far on the wood. That Filo has been the shot throughout his career, straight to the outside. He's number 1 this year in terms of Filo kills, his 13th.
There's the backhand by Amigarena. Catch by Arta. Gaucheri picks it up on the bounce. Costi inside. Scoop by Amigarena. Low bullet. Caught by Arta. Rebote for the high bounce. Amigarena backs to the 10 line, comes over the top, outside placement.
Wow.
Perfectly placed by Amigarena to score. 4-4 is the score here in our third set.
What a shot that time, Amigarena. I mean, Gaucheri's been darting to the inside almost every single point. So finally, they try to take advantage of it, and it's a perfectly thrown outside placement. Look at this. Gaucheri's opened up to the side wall. There's a lane there. Well, also a lane in the backcourt, but that's... Sorry, folks. That was a bad joke.
Catch by Iturbide. Beautifully played. Gaucheri from the left side. Here's Amigarena. Backhand from the 9 line. What a catch by Arta. Low and hard. Iturbide's there. Iturbide powerfully to the backcourt. Arta again. Left side. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Rebote saved by Gaucheri. Migrena from the 8 line. Low bullet stays inside. Dropping and scoring. 5 points for Iturbide and Migrena in the decisive third set. Possible match point.
Yeah, that rebote is coming out, but it also comes up on Gaucheri so quickly. These rebotes are all about timing, and it's got to be right here. Look at how quick it comes up on him. Yeah, just started the swing a little late. Ball popped out. Gives the Chargers 2 chances for their first win of the game day.
Powerful backhand. Played low. Iturbide's there. He pumps the backhand. Hart on the catch. Clean miss in the backcourt. Here's a catch by Gaucheri. Iturbide. Forehand rebote. Arta. That's a miss.
Wow.
Point set and a hard-fought match for Iturbide and Migrena of the Chargers, taking it 6-4 in the third and decisive set.
Wow, what a match there. Comes down to the final point of the first set, and then 6-4 in the third set. The Chargers get their first win of the game day. One match left to complete this one. It'll be Division III doubles. Goanaga and Ubia will take on Zuleika and Julin.
Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Iturbide and Migrena joining us over in the cage. First win of the day for the Chargers. Second time you've beat this Gaucheri and Arta team this season. How'd you do it tonight, guys?
With the new balls, everything is different, so we had to adjust our game, and we think that the third set we play very good. It will be throw the kill shots, and fortunately we get the victory. Very happy, and fortunately we are not going to have the game day, but we are going to improve game by day for sure.
Awesome, guys. Well, still locked into the playoffs, so we'll be seeing you guys later in the regular season. Congratulations on that win. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
One match left. Division III doubles. Goanaga and Ubia. They will take on Zuleika and Julin. So another team for the Renegades featuring Ubia that we haven't seen a whole lot this year. 2-5 overall in this Division III double spot. 1-3 when it has been Goanaga and Ubia, though. Just 4 matches of the 7 played have featured this full team. And then you flip over to the Chargers here. Zuleika and Julin, 3-4 this season. Started off very slow. They lost their first 2 matches and actually lost 4 of their first 5. But coming into this match on a 2-match win streak, defeating Inaki and Unda and Benetrix and Benny. See if they can get the second win of the day for the Chargers. Of course, that comes into play with the tiebreaker. So the Renegades, after tonight, will be ahead of the Fireballs. Regardless of what happens in this last match, the Renegades are either going to be at 42 wins for the year or 43 wins if they can close this one out. And the Fireballs are at 40 wins for the season. So Renegades will move into second place for certain. The Fireballs will be third place. And the Cyclones will remain in the final playoff spot. Tomorrow night's game day, Warriors and Cyclones. Friday night action. Not going to want to miss that one. Division III ready to get started here. It'll be the Renegades, Goanaga and Ubia with control of the serve.
We're ready to begin our final match on the game day. Goanaga has the serve for the Renegades. Goanaga serves. We begin. There's a catch by Ubia. Zulaika saves the rebote. Gonaga takes it on the bounce. Zulaika's there. 2-all. And in and scores. First point of our final match goes to Zulaika and Julian of the Chargers.
I love this aggressive version of Zulaika. You know, throughout the year, he only plays about 41% of the balls in this group. He makes the most of his touches, but, I mean, to start off early, aggressively to the inside and throwing a shot, sets the tone for this matchup.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
And these two teams did play early in the season when it was Goanaga and Ubia against Zulaika and Julian. And the Renegades did win 6-2 in a third set, though.
Ball missed on the forehand of Ubia. That's an ace. 2 points for Zulaika. And Julian of the Chargers.
And we've seen that a few times today with the serve crossing the sidewall, coming back to the player's forehand. A little bit different to control. A lot of spin. Doesn't want to stay in that basket.
Ubia on the catch. Powerful forehand. Caught by Julian. Julian goes high to the front wall. Passes. Rebote by Goanaga. At the side wall, Julian makes the play. That lands in and scores. 3 points for Zulaika Julian.
Well, speaking of aggressive play, now it's Julian here. A little outside placement, maybe escape, but look at where that ball lands. I mean, just inside the boundary. Goanaga running with it and can't get there.
Ubia on the catch. Backhand. Zulaika's there. Backhand from the 7. Hard to the inside. Rotate forehand by Zulaika. Caught in the air by Ubia. Rebote, left side by Zulaika. Ubia will take that on the bounce. Backhand. Rotate forehand by Goanaga. Kicks back and is caught by Julian. Goanaga takes down low on the left side, back to the inside. Zulaika reads it, stops it, rifles it outside to score. Beautifully played. 4 points for Zulaika and Julian of the Chargers. Zulaika serves.
And that's not one typically in the arsenal of Zulaika. He usually goes 2 walls or inside, but this one straight to the outside. Well, you can barely see it as that ball hits the front wall and touches the floor. He's feeling it so far. I mean, this is the most aggressive Zulaika's really been this season, and it's working out. 4-0 now.
Backhand by Ubia. Ubia now from the 10 line. Julian goes to the corner, comes out on the right side. Backhand 2-all, caught in the air by Zulaika, and the Cortada return scores. Five points. Possible. Set point for Zulaika and Julian.
Yeah, well, the backhand 2-all, he catches it in the air. I mean, the difficulty sometimes is that scoop for Zulaika, but he eases it up on the catch and then rifles that forehand.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, backhand 2-all twice today was caught in the air. I remember seeing it earlier. I forgot who threw it.
We did see one score, though, so, you know.
Big right side by Ubia. Oh, what a catch by Julian.
Awesome catch.
Julian on the catch. Forehand back. Goanaga. Julian catches it in the air. Hard throw coming in low. Stopped on the forehand of Ubia. Ball tipped. There'll be no shutout in the first set. Goanaga and Ubia of the Renegades have a point. Goanaga serves.
And that was the most involved that Julian has been in any one of these points. You know, throughout the season, we've seen his share of struggles in the backcourt, particularly earlier when this team, when they started off a little bit slow. As of late, he's picked it up, but you can tell that Zulaika is just not really letting anything go to chance here and taking the opportunities if they come to him.
A beautiful catch by Julian off a hard serve by Goanaga. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt deep in the backcourt. A second point for Goanaga and Ubia. Goanaga serves.
Again, still a couple to work with here, but if you see another miss or something, wouldn't be too surprised if Zulaika's looking for one of these serves or tries to make a play in the service box.
That ball is in and out of the cesta of the backcourt. 3 points. And the serve for Goanaga.
Happened very quickly, and now more than halfway to completing this comeback.
There's a backhand by Julian. Crossing the wall. Almost. Ubia stopped it. Powerful backhand. A Robote forehand. Fire to the inside by Zulaika. Stopped by Ubia. Low and hard. Caught by Julian at the 8. Julian up high. Good save. Robote saved by Zulaika. Kicks up. Robote for Goanaga. Makes a save. Julian's there. Julian powerfully to the inside. Passing. Robote for Goanaga. It's the inside. Julian alone makes the scoop. Here's the backhand. Robote forehand fired by Zulaika.
Keep going. Look at this one.
Catch by Julian. Backhand from the 8 to the inside. Robote save. Catch by Julian. Julian firing one low and hard, and that one will score. Point and set to Zulaika and Julian. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
6-3, Zulaika and Julian close out set number 1. An important match for that tiebreaker. You know, the Chargers hoping that it is just a 4-2 Renegades win. But a chance here. I mean, the Renegades could come back. They need to win these next 2 sets to make it 5-1. Tough exit first time around. I mean, Zulaika and Amigarena suffering just their second loss this year in Division I doubles against what was previously a winless Gaucheri and Ubia duo. There's usually there's one match on the game day that if you can flip the result, it could change the whole day, and look no further than that for the Renegades. I mean, a team that, of course, led by Gaucheri, but just haven't really figured it out this year to take down a 6-1 team as decisively as they did in straight sets. That built up a 3-0 lead. Then Ben was able to win the day up next, and all the pressure was off after that. Iturbide and Amigarena did win match number 5, just played a few moments ago. And here we are with a second set. Just about a minute away. So he said the Chargers have for sure locked themselves into the playoffs. The positioning is still to be determined. After tonight, the Chargers will have 2 game days left. The closest teams to them in the standings will be the Fireballs and the Renegades, who are at 7 points with 2 game days left each. And then you got the Cyclones, who are in 4th place right now with 6 points, and they have 3 game days left. So you can see just a half a point for the Chargers. 2 ties or 1 win in their final 2 game days would do enough to secure the #1 seed, but again, a loss for sure today. And from now to the end of the season, the Chargers will be playing, looks like they have 1 more day against the Cyclones and then another day against the Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set. Gonaga has a serve for the Renegades.
The Renegades finish up their regular season with 1 game day against the Fireballs and the final one against the Cyclones.
Gonaga serves. Zulaika picks it. Here's the backhand. Pulls to the corner, out to the rebote. It scores. Zulaika and Julian first up on the board here in the second set.
Well, same aggression we saw to begin the first set. I mean, foot on the gas. If it's coming within his area, Zulaika's going to go for it and shoot something. We saw late in that set what can happen sometimes if they engage in some long rallies. Again, you got Julian and Ubia here. Ubia won the matchup in the first set. But Zulaika can take over the matchup there in the front. Might not even allow the Renegades opportunities here. We'll see what happens.
Rebote dropping. Saved by Zulaika. Here's Gonaga. 2-all. It's in and scores. 1-1. Gonaga serves.
Threw that one hard, really powered into the side wall and got it to open up. There's a slight hesitation by Zulaika. Throughout the season, Gonaga is one of the most aggressive with the costado, but he's only converted that into 13 2-wall attempts. If you're looking inside, well, he's got 29 of those attempts. So if you're playing the percentages, good call by Zulaika, but he just blew that one by him. Well done.
Here's a catch by Julian. Hard throw. Caught by Gonaga. Rebote forehand by Zulaika. Caught in the air by Ubia. Ubia powerfully from the forehand. Caught by Julian. Catch by Zulaika. There's the backhand. Julian on the forehand. Hard to the inside. Ubia from the 10 line to the inside. Julian makes the catch. Backhand from the 8. Ubia pulls it off the wall beautifully. Ubia from the right side. Hard throw. Stopped by Zulaika. Zulaika goes deep. Stopped by Ubia. What a catch at the side wall by Zulaika. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote coming out. Rebote to the inside. Big bounce. Brought down by Julian. Julian plays it high to the front wall. It passes. Rebote for Gonaga. He sends it deep. Caught by Julian. Julian on the catch. Rebote forehand save by Julian. Gonaga scoops it up. Ball tipped. A second point for Gonaga and Ubia of the Renegades. Gonaga serves.
You know, and in truth, that's, all the points for the Renegades have been won here in the backcourt. I mean, trying to attack Julian, they sense a couple of misses and just trying to keep attacking and forcing the same type of play. Zulaika's just killing him up there in the front court. Anytime he's gotten his hands on the ball, he's thrown a shot, and all of them have scored pretty much. So trying to play a game of keep away, but Zulaika's had an ability to find the ball in this one so far.
Rebote saved by Gonaga. Julian from the 8 line. Backhand. Ubia's there. Low to the inside. Zulaika's on it. Shoots the 2-all. Goenaga stops it. Carambola returns. Stopped by Zulaika. Cortada stopped in the backcourt by Ubia. Karam by Ubia. Stopped by Zulaika. Cortada by Zulaika. Scores. Two. Zulaika serves. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun sequence here. Backhand to the inside, and then Ubia makes this catch, and then this is where the fun starts. A little backhand to the inside. Zulaika picks it. He goes for the 2-wall. Not enough. Goenaga's on it. His carambola scooped right up by Zulaika. Look at that adjustment at the end to bring it in and not juggle that ball. And then Ubia picks one up off the floor. This is where it gets away from him. He wanted that carom bad. And he's inside, not a lot of space to score, not really his game, and made him pay. 2-2.
Powerful backhand by Ubia, caught by Julian. Julian goes up the middle. Ubia's there. Rotate left side. Goenaga picks it up. Back to the inside. Scoop by Julian.
What a catch.
What a catch off the wall by Ubia. Rotate forehand by Goenaga. Caught in the air by Julian. Julian on the backhand from the 8 line. Ubia deep in the backcourt. Right side. Passing. Rotate saved by Zulaika. Difficult catch made in the corner by Ubia. Rotate forehand by Goenaga. Straight back, Julian is there. Robote coming out. Goenaga puts it on the left side of Zulaika. Zulaika places it inside. Good read by Ubia. Ubia blasts it back. Robote coming out. Zulaika's on it. Sends the Robote to pass. Goenaga back to the inside. Well thrown. Robote saved by Julian. Scooped up by Goenaga. 3-wall play. Zulaika reads it. Puts it inside. Here's the catch by Ubia. Almost.
Tremendous point there by all 4 players.
It's a 3rd point for Zulaika and Julian. Zulaika serves.
I tell you what, tested Julian a couple of times there, and he answered every call that one. In that point, I mean, a couple tough scoops, trying to get him alone on that inside, and he was right there.
Fine serve. Great catch by Ubia. Here's Julian. Julian high to the front wall. Passing. Goenaga on the Robote. Zulaika reaches up. Backhand. The inside. Wall to wall. Robote again for Goenaga. Sends it deep. Robote for Zulaika. Outside. That was read by Goenaga. Karam by Goenaga return perfectly to score. 3-3. Goenaga serves to the Renegades.
And Zulaika goes for this one. Outside placement from the forehand Robote. When you don't score with it, look at where Zulaika finds himself. To the inside, right on the sidewall there at about the 3. Very difficult to then make a catch along the net. Hey, Karen there now, 3-3.
Julian on the catch, backhand to the inside. Robote by Goenaga. Zulaika has a tough catch. Rotate forehand. Zulaika calls for it. Plays it high. Ubia takes that one on the bounce. Julin, good snag on the forehand. Beautifully played. Julin takes this one in the air. Powerfully from the forehand he goes. Ubia. Julin again. Backhand from the 8. Robote coming right up the middle. Gowanaga's got it. Oh, what a catch by Julin. Ubia's there. Low and hard. Caught by Julin again. Julin calls for the catch. Half carom. Stopped by Gowanaga. Low and hard. Caught in the air by Zulaika. Karam will score. Another fine point by all 4 players. That's 4 points for Gowanaga and Ubia. Gowanaga serves.
And again, Zulaika finds himself trapped to the inside. Julin's the only hope, running around Ubia from the backcourt, trying to get out there to defend the 2-all, and it's just too long of a run.
And the difference between chaotic and aggressive, perfectly on display these last couple points. We saw an aggressive point played before. This one was a bit more chaotic. Guys just kind of like throwing hard in a particular spot and without thought of what was going to happen next.
Oh, exactly right. And a positive sign for the Chargers. Julin seems to have hit his stride in this match.
Robote for Gowanaga. He makes a save. Big bounce. Brought down by Julin. Ubia on the catch. Catch by Zulaika. Zulaika drops it inside. Gowanaga's on it. Lines up. Hard to the inside. Scoop by Julin.
Another great scoop.
Ubia stops it behind the 9 line. Puts it back inside. Robote forehand by Zulaika. Oh, what a scoop high on the left side of Ubia. Ubia in the corner now. Takes it in the air. Robote save by Zulaika. Cut off by Gowanaga. Julin makes the catch on the forehand. Low and hard from the right side. Difficult scoop by Ubia. Julin keeps it alive on the forehand. Scoop by Gowanaga.
Just got
5 points for Gowanaga and Ubia here in the second set. Possible set point.
Well, Julin's adjusting to the catching. So, again, you got to trip him up with the bounce now. Good adjustment by Zulaika. Julin went up for it, but just hit it off the frame.
Tipped. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. Point and set to Gowanaga and Ubia. We'll move on to a third and final set. Just 2 minutes.
All right, so not the first time today that the Chargers have won the opening set, and then the Renegades come right back and win the second one. Happened in match number 2 as well with Gowanaga and Ben against Iturbide and Robin, and the Renegades did end up closing that one out. Honestly impressed with what we've seen from Ubia back there. I mean, he's only played about a third of this season of his matches, and looks like he hasn't really missed a beat out there. His catching has been pretty consistent. The power is always there. Some communication issues, it looked like, in the first set, but they were communicating, he and Gowanaga, very effectively from the end of that first set on, and you see the difference now. 6-3 in set 2, and Ben working overtime there with the double gun.
Take care of him.
Then flipping over to that Chargers team, Zulaika doing all he can in the first set, played just fantastic. But he had plenty of opportunities, and I think the Renegades started to sense the game plan, which was, look, Zulaika's going to be as aggressive as possible, so we got to keep the ball away from him. They did that a little bit more. Julin made some tough catches. I mean, no doubt about it. He kept him in a few of these long rallies, but it's over the course of a 2-out-of-3 set match. The consistency needed in the backcourt, just didn't see it there in set number 2. So we know the Chargers are moving on. Renegades will be moving up the standings into second place after the action today. And the Chargers still hoping to get that #1 seed for sure. Another game day win for the Chargers will lock that up, or 2 game day ties in their final 2. A third set will decide this match. Renegades are going to win the game day here, just a matter of the final score.
We're ready to play our third and final set of this match. Final set of the game day. Zuleika will have the serve for the Chargers. Certainly a hotly contested match thus far. Aggressive play on both sides. Julian again. We said this the last time he was out there backing up Zuleika, that he had the best day that we had seen, I believe, ever.
Well, he's been building. I mean, getting better and better each game day. And it's another player that had been playing a majority of his career at the other facility, different surface, different everything, really. And then you come over here, and it's like, whoa, it's kind of a different game at times. But Julian settled down. Seems like everything has slowed down a bit for him. We'll see what they got here in this third set. Trying to get the second win of the day for the Chargers, or the 5th for the Renegades.
Zuleika serves. Our set has begun. Return from the forehand to Ubia scores.
Again, when the serve comes to the outside and the player catches it on their forehand, I mean, Zuleika's got no chance to get back inside. He can't go in Ubia's throwing lane. He's got to respect the outside, and that's just too long of a run. No communication, and Julian let that one drop.
That ball is on the wall the whole way. Goenaga makes a fine catch. Julian pulls that off the wall. Robote saved by Zuleika. That's a difficult play. Scooped by Goenaga. Cortada read by Julian. Stopped by Julian. A hard throw. Scooped up by Ubia. Robote forehand by Zuleika. This ball is going all the way. Well played by Goenaga. 2 points for Goenaga and Ubia. Goenaga serves.
Such a big rebote by Zuleika, but look at where that ended up. It ended at the 2 line, and all Goenaga had to do was turn on it and throw it as hard as he can across the side wall, and that catch was near impossible for Julian there in the backcourt. So we talk about with overthrowing the rebote or feeding the rebote sometimes. That's a really good example. Just send it up the middle with really not a lot of regard for the placement. Comes back to bite him. Now 2-0 lead for the Renegades.
Julian makes the catch on the forehand. Plays it high to the backcourt. Low and inside. Scooped up by Ubia. Backhand from the 8 line. Into the corner. Out to the rebote. Zuleika's there. Lower and harder. Goenaga makes the save. Zuleika aggressively from the forehand. Fakes the 2-all. Back to the inside. Goenaga read it. Julian with the catch. Here's the backhand. Will be again. Low runner to the inside. That scores. 3 points for Goenaga and Ubia. Goenaga serves.
And a little bit earlier in that point, love the discipline by Ubia. That ball was crossing the sidewall up high. He let it pass knowing that Robote's coming out now. You just got to trust that the bounce is going to be there. Came out to Goenaga. A couple throws later, Renegades make it 3-0. But those are the type of subtle changes throughout the point that can make a big difference in the end.
Ubia on the catch. Here's the backhand. Zuleika, placement inside. Scores. Well done. It's a point for Zuleika and Julian. The Chargers, Zuleika takes over the serve.
Every throw, Ubia's first step is again, looking towards the outside and not really moving up. That drop shot, a little space, and Zuleika's able to find it.
Catch off the hard serve by Obia. Here's Julian up high. Here's the backhand by Zuleika. Ubia's there. Backhand from the 9 line.
Right on the wall.
4 points for Kawanaga and Ubia. Kawanaga serves.
Now you compare that control with power, and Ubia becomes one of the biggest X factors in this league as you look towards the playoffs. I mean, if he can play well as the #1 backcourter for this team in front of Gaucheri, and he's got Kawanaga in front of him here, that'd be a tough Renegades team.
Ubia on the backhand. Straight to the forehand of Zuleika. Karam, ow, is out. That's a 5th point for Kawanaga and Ubia. Possible match point.
Yeah, that's really.
I basically said ow for the front court judge. You know, it's.
Well, that's the type of aggressive play we saw in set #1. Make a catch, throw it. Karam just, not a lot of space there. Renegades got a read on it. Zuleika defends the net very well, and now 5-1. A couple of chances here to close out this match. 5 if they need.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Zuleika picks the serve to 2-all, is in and scores. 2 points for Zuleika and Julian. Zuleika serves.
I figure this has been good offense for him. Picking the serve, waste no time. 2 walls, 2 score. Ubia respecting the good shot, but need a couple more of those if they want to get back into this set and win the match.
What a catch by Kawanaga. That 2-all will score.
What a way to end it.
Point set and match for Kawanaga and Ubia, winning at 6-2 in the 3rd and final set.
And a big day for the Renegades. You see that final score, 5-1. They take down the Chargers. We're going to hear from Kawanaga and Ubia over in the cage in just a few moments.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta.
I don't even know which one is the real me. You're Meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
Let's check out that game day score. 5-1. The Renegades take down the Chargers. And I'm joined by our winners over in the cage, Kawanaga and Ubia, coming back and winning those final 2 sets of the match. Set #1 was a little different. High-paced, high-energy. Zuleika throwing a lot of shots. But how were you able to slow him down in sets 2 and 3 to win this one?
Yeah, I think that on the first set, we didn't start like we have to because we made a lot of mistakes. And they were 5-0 in 2 minutes. So by the time we react, it was too late. But then on the second and the third, we try to play the ball like lower and try to play more to Julen and less rebotes to Zuleika. And we won today, and the point today was very important.
Yeah, and Ubia, for you, I mean, first match day in a while, coming away with 2 wins. How are you feeling as this team looks towards the playoffs now?
I feel great. Like I said before, I was kind of fed up of, hey, great job, guys, right? And that was my only input, right? But rather than that, I'm leaning on 2 giants, period, right? Yeah. Well, now it does his job fairly well. And Gaucher is just like, it's kind of like a Rottweiler. You just have to let him loose and let him do his own thing.
Yeah.
So it's easy that way. Just don't mess up yourself, and things will turn out.
Awesome, guys. Well, a big game day. 5-1. You take down the Chargers and move up into second place. Great playing.
Thank you.
And let's take a look at those standings here and see what we're talking about. So the Renegades do own the tiebreaker over the Fireballs for the moment. So you see the Renegades slotted up ahead of them. The Fireballs in third. That leaves the fourth and final playoff spot for the Cyclones, with the Warriors and Devils on the outside looking in. We got a great game day tomorrow night, Friday night, so a little bit later start time, 7 p.m., and that's going to be the Cyclones and the Warriors. We'll see you then, everybody.